Hello? For now?
That is a business releasing, and I do still have it.
It's WWE champion time.
Go, 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 go.
Thanks for the money, stupid fuck.
I love it. Go, 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 go.
By eBay.
Hell!
It's been tough. I always think that it's my fault.
Drinking gin.
Yep, I'm toxic. I love Hulk Hogan's dick. My ass is so fucking stretched.
Oh, no, you didn't, you motherfucking piece of shit cocksucker. Mark my fucking words. I'm coming for you.
For now?
Go, 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 go.
Thanks for the money, stupid fuck.
I love it. Go, 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 go.
By eBay.
Hell!
Hateful slurs. Lame brain pieces of dumb fucking hateful slurs.
Why am I toxic?
I love it.
Hey, Mr. Brunel, you there?
I am present.
Right, I understand. He's claiming that he's got $5,000 a month in expenses and only $5,000 a month in income, and net's about $35.
It's Kevin's fault.
I actually admitted this last year. I'll say it again. I actually do play some mobile games. I do. All right. The ones that I play are free to play or incredibly inexpensive. Like you spend $1 here or there to make progress.
This one's for all my baby girls.
Got me that gotcha. I love it. Got me that gotcha. Gotcha. Begging for fucking tips and shit on street. It's WWE Champions time. I'm stupid. WWE game plays like Candy Crush. Moving gems around, breaking colored gems. I love it. Again, it's pay to win. The more money you sink into it, the more characters you can summon, the higher chance you'll get the better characters, etc., etc. All right. Got me that gotcha. I love it. Got me that gotcha. Begging for fucking tips and shit on street. Gotcha. Got me that gotcha. Thanks for the money, dummies. Supercar. That was a mobile game I played like 5-6 years ago, a lot. For about a year, I played it pretty hardcore. All right, even at that point, that was before everything kind of fell apart with YouTube and everything. I was putting a little bit of money into it. I was playing for the top cards. I was playing the shit out of that game, okay? After about a year, they launched what they called Season 2, which reset all the cards in the game and made all your progress essentially worthless. And I said, this game fucking sucks. What a complete waste of time that this was, all right? It complements the flavor perfectly. And it's so weird because it's nothing like any other cuisine. It really isn't. I can't even tell you another cuisine that tastes like that. But it's so good. And what I like about Mediterranean food is usually when you get it, you get such a good variety of stuff. Like I got, so it came with hummus and pitas. You dip the pitas in the hummus, and that was delicious.
Robust.
Insanely flavorful chicken. It's not dry. It's freaking
Robust.
Give you this dipping sauce, garlic infused dipping sauce.
Robust.
I will tell you guys is thus.
Robust. Robust.
They came with their rice, which is the seasoned rice that just tastes, again, it tastes kind of different from other cultural rices. It has peas and carrots, but it's also got this unique seasoning in it that's really good. And then also a side salad, which was like lettuce, tomato, onion,
Robust.
insanely flavorful chicken. It's not dry. It's freaking
Robust.
Give you this dipping sauce, garlic infused dipping sauce.
Robust.
I will tell you guys is thus.
Robust. Robust. Robust.
We went and got dinner. Now, this was a double-edged sword.
Now, what does the sugar do in the sauce?
Adds sweetness, adds a contrast. If you don't, it's all going to be tartness, and you won't have any
It's going
kind
to
of
be
sweetness
acidity
to
from
the sauce.
tomatoes.
Right, you'll have
And then
tart,
spice.
tart and it's acid and nothing else. Alright. So now we got to stir all that in, and then we add our final ingredients, and then the meat.
This one's for all my baby girls.
Italian wife. Italian wife. Italian bills. Italian dark side flip. Italian wife. Italian wife. Italian chill. Italian can't give her a pill. I'm half kind of European mix. European style, Asian fusion style tips. Greasy hair. Pasta once a week. Authentic style, Asian fusion style, Italian. Guess what else we're gonna add?
What?
Sausage. Italian sausage. That's gonna go in here too.
I love sausage. I have had many varieties.
Italian wife. Italian wife. Italian bills. Italian dark side flip. Italian wife. Italian wife. Italian chill. Italian can't give her a pill. Why do you pretend to be Italian? I don't. I'm not full-blooded Italian. That'd be ridiculous for me to claim. I am a quarter Italian. I am 1/4 Polish, and then I'm half kind of European mix. I understand that people right now are so hyped for the gifted memberships, and I'm very grateful for that. I mean, thank you. But I hope that that doesn't mean that people are going to forego tipping, because that would put me in a bad situation. And in particular, I don't know why you guys, okay, why are you laughing? Grocery shopping, tips. Meal with my wife, tips. Coming up, my day off on Tuesday, tips. Nintendo Online, tips. Bills and stuff, tips. Tips are the liquidity of my business. Huh? Why are you laughing? Oh, so hilarious that this guy has stuff financially tight. Huh? I literally can't afford stuff on Tuesday on my day off, and you're gonna laugh? Oh, that's funny. When you can't go and do something with your family on your day off, your one day off for the week when you're working full-time 6 days a week. That's funny, right? No, it's not fucking funny. Now shut up. Grocery shopping, tips. Meal with my wife, tips. Coming up, my day off on Tuesday, tips. Nintendo Online, tips. Bills and stuff, tips. Tips are the liquidity of my business. Grocery shopping, tips. Meal with my wife, tips. Coming up, my day off on Tuesday, tips. Nintendo Online, tips. Bills and stuff, tips. Tips are the liquidity of my business. Huh? Huh? Huh?
This one's for all my baby girls.
Hey guys, King Jad here. Welcome to another edition of DSP Bingo. Now, first and foremost, I want to say a wee quick mention to Prophet. Prophet's doing a stream himself, a PC building stream, but he's also restreaming me, and once I'm done with the podcast side of things, he'll restream DSP, all while he's building a PC, just to show how easy it is to just obviously build a PC while doing other things, like, you know, talking to chat and also watching another stream, you know. I tried to add the live redirect thing to my own stream, or Profit stream, but for whatever reason it wasn't letting me save it. I'm not entirely sure why it is, so sorry Profit. I tried to get my stream to have it so it would redirect to your stream once I'm finished and off, you know, I'm offline, but it wouldn't let me save it. I don't know why. I don't know if it's like some sort of, maybe a permission thing at your end, or maybe just YouTube being fucking YouTube. I don't know why. All I know is that I wasn't able to, you know, properly. I mean, I'll give people a link in the description. The link's in the chat right now. If people want to check out Proper stream, Proper's live right now. Proper is live building a PC right now. He's also restreaming me as restreaming Phil. So it's like some kind of weird restreamception of sorts. But once I'm done with the bingo side of things and when I go offline, he's going to keep restreaming, he's going to keep going with his own stream, but he's going to restream Phil instead. At least that's the plan as I understand it from what he mentioned yesterday. So shout out to Prophet, by the way, who's also, he's here in spirit, you know. He'll be listening on from his own stream while he's busy building a PC, and he'll probably be yelling bingo out loud every time he hears a horn go off, as he does. But yeah, guys, that's if you'd rather check us out while watching Prophet build a PC, by all means, you're welcome to. I'm not going to be upset by any means. You know, I'm all about supporting our detractors and the work they do. And obviously, building a PC depends how boring bingo is. It might be an exciting game today, or it might not be. I don't know. Seeing about a PC get built from scratch, you know, and understanding the explanations of like what this does and what that does, whatever, maybe pretty cool. Cobain's watching proper now and have his audio on to hear your streamception for sure. There we go. Let's quickly try and get. Let's go back to some music now. My dog's been an annoying dick. Okay, you enjoy some music while strangling my dog. 2 seconds.
Be the guy on level 1. I stream myself masturbating. I'll be the guy hook life. I'll be the for the thousands of children. I'll be the guy on level 1. You're still on mission 1. I'll be the guy on level 1. Married happily, paycheck to paycheck happily, meaningful relationship, meaningful life with a family. And that, by the way, I have to raise money to pay 2 big bills next week. All my utilities are due next week. Tomorrow, if I stop streaming, I would not be able to get a job. So it would be the end of my life. But outside of that, everything else is good in my life. You know what I mean? So I'll be the guy on level 1. I streamed myself masturbating. I'll be the guy hook life. I'll be the for the thousands of children. I'll be the guy on level 1. You're still on mission 1. I'll be the guy. I'll be the thousands of children. Pay bills. I have to pay bills. I have to pay my taxes, pay my back taxes. I have to pay my mortgage, pay my internet bill. I have to pay bills. I have to pay bills, bitch. Taxes. I have to pay bills, bitch. Day to day, tips to tips, to pay bills and things. Eventually things will get better, but kind of stuck right now with how things are. That's why I'm trying to make money. I have to pay bills, you know. I have to pay bills. I have to pay bills. I have to pay taxes. Bills. I have to pay bills.
For people that are alive, for fucking people that are dead, you don't give a shit about anybody but yourself. You have no respect.
Apologizing isn't just words.
You have no respect. Do you value money more than our friendship?
But that's the way of them saying, we want nothing to do with Phil at all moving forward. Let's make up a bunch of shit or twist a bunch of shit to make him sound bad because everyone hates him now anyway on the internet. So let's make him look like the villain so everyone will believe it, and we'll just be washing our hands of the whole situation and we never have to deal with him ever again. And you know what? Look what's happened. Literally, no one bugs them anymore, nothing. It's all, they're completely washed, the hands are clean.
You have no respect for people that are alive, for fucking people that are dead. You don't give a shit about anybody but yourself. You have no respect.
Apologizing isn't just words. It's I will not do this thing again.
You have no respect.
Because I feel bad about it.
he watches too much WWE. John starts getting text messages at 6 o'clock in the morning. That means it's like 2 o'clock in the morning there. So now, when you start reading them, you start looking at it, and it doesn't make any sense why he's even texting.
Gotcha. I love it. Got me that.
Alright guys, how about we try and quickly get a bingo card set up and sorted and organised, shall we? I can tell you that nobody seems to be talking at all in Phil's chat. It's a bit early still. The only person that said anything in Phil's chat is BITW Awesome. BITW short for best in the world, I believe. And he said, predictably, Romance Cat. That's literally the only message so far in Phil's chat for his stream, which is going live in just over 10 minutes time, apparently. Nobody else seems to be even engaging yet, although, to be fair, Phil's probably not even awake yet. Or if he is, he's barely awake. But that's that, and this is this. We need to sort out a bingo. We need to sort out a bingo card. And, we will do that right now, with the help from you guys in chat. So, we do a few things first. We rename the card title to the Level 1 Podcast. Someone says, TTV Bradburn, fucking added to my T's and V's because I stuttered. TTV Bradburn says, I have a spare account ready for when you next have his chat on screen. Hopefully won't get banned quite so quick. I mean, I don't encourage the kind of shenanigans of trying to coerce Phil into saying or doing something, but I cannot stop you either. People are free to do also what they want, you know. All I know is that it's always nice when it happens organically rather than it's forced, but people can do what they wish, you know, and if it ends up getting a full card, well,
Yeah, yeah. Money, money. Oh, money, money. Yeah, yeah. Money, money.
thank you very much, Navy Sunday, for the subscription. Much appreciated. And I didn't expect that to go off all of a sudden. Always love hearing that wee tune. Who doesn't love hearing that wee tune? Right guys, you can see the bingo card in front of us. Oh, I need to change this as well. So we delete that and make it Snort. It used to be free space with reading it, but Snort's better. I'm going to delete the description, don't need it. And we want to generate 1,000 of these cards. But before we even press the button to generate it all, we need a DSP word or phrase or action for us to help choose a bingo card. So somebody picks something good. How about somebody picks something they're quite confident will happen? Like, you know, just one thing they're confident that will happen that's not been done in a while. Like, I don't know. I'm trying to think. I'd maybe use extrapolate while he's still hot on it. Oh, that's an interesting one. I'm going to actually consult. Oh, extrapolate. Does he? How often has he said extrapolate recently? See, it's a risky one, you know, because he might use it and he might not. You know what I want to do. This is, you know, what I really want to do more than anything right now. Where the fuck is meaningful? Use. Every time this shows up in a bingo card, he refuses to say it. And any time it's not in a bingo card, he'll say it 2 or 3 times. Is water chew on there? There is him drinking, and there is him smacking his lips. Malin Kelp. So we kind of got a couple of things covered for that. Not distinctly him chewing the water, but yeah. Thus we used to have all the time, but then he stopped using it for a while, so we got rid of thus. Extrapolate is mostly troll debunk term. I don't think he's going to use it, personally. Warren wants arm flail. That's one of those things. Arm flail is one of those ones that can be controversial because people are like, was that an arm flail, or was it just him just being like a bit fidgety, you know? Like, how do you fully determine an arm flail? What is an arm flail? What is not an arm flail? And but I'm happy to. The Karen R, that's siege mode. Pyroclastic, that is siege mode. Is T-pose on there? Yes, it is. Y/T-pose is on here, right there actually. I'm going to keep meaningful on the card, but god damn it. We used to have Italian on the card as well, but I think I got rid of it. Yeah, I think I got rid of Italian because he always says it sparingly. So there you go. Should be on the card. So there you go. Well, we've got things similar to it, like hate to say, addition. What I mean by that is, what else is there? Literally, you know, him saying literally, him saying something style. Above and beyond is another one as well. Right, we need a winner. We need to pick something that we feel very good about being on the card. I'm not entirely. I really want to pick a good one. I'm just being honest. Honest is on there. Honest is on the card array. If he gets mad at a game, he always says, "How is this fun?" The thing is, piss pot, I don't encode the games. This is literally like for the podcast section of it. When gameplay starts, the bingo ends. So I would feel a bit pointless for me to add anything that would usually happen when I'm playing a game. But yeah, I don't think I could tolerate the sanity. I don't think I would have the mental, you know, capacity to even just do a whole stream of him playing a game as well, and all the dead, boring pish in between. Yeah, I mean, I restreamed like the whole fucking thing before when I did like Ask the King, and that was a fucking yawn fest. Jesus Christ, man. We came close to fucking multiple bingos on that one. Tips. There you go, is one of those ticks he uses as a punctuation, so you don't even realise it says as much as it says. You know what? Fine. I don't think we've got anything like it yet. There you go. I've added it in right at the very end. I'm going to include it in my main list as well, so I don't lose it for next time. Save it. And we're going to use there you go. We're going to use there you go. Very last second edition, but it is what it is. What I mean by that is family. I'm just randomly saying random bingo words now. Contributions. We don't have contributions. I think we have tips, and we have bills and everything else, things like that, and engagement. We have things that are cast in the same vein as that. And him also, if he receives over $15 in tips, he has that. We'll see. We're going to use there you go as our term or phrase for today. I'm going to need a number, guys. I'm going to need a number between 1 and 253. So the first number I see in chat between 1 and 253, that is the bingo card we will use for a stream. Pyroclastic is the first number I've seen. He went with 7. Which is the 8th result. So the 8th result is the 7th bingo card, so it's the one on the right hand side here. That right? No, I'm on the left hand side here. This is the one on the left hand side here. This is the 7th bingo card. This one on the left hand side. I'm glad I checked that. Malon Kelp, that's a bit too high. As I feel some people in the stream might be a bit too high right now, but it is what it is. Smoke weed every day. Right. Soundbox. Oh, shit. The Soundbox is dying as well. I completely forgot about the Soundbox dying. Guys, I think I need to redo this and remove Soundbox. I don't think he's even going to touch a Soundbox because he knows it's dying. I completely forgot about that from last night, but the Soundbox, it is basically dying a death. Shit, I completely forgot about that. Should we remove Soundbox? He thinks it's hilarious to push a button when he fails. I'm glad that thing is dying. I'm kind of happy as well. As a memory of a goldfish. You know, fuck it. We'll keep it then. We'll keep it, guys, okay? He might actually roll with it and just play it and just try and use it as some sort of pity tool. Like, guys, my Soundbox is dying. Please support me to buy more batteries for it. Yeah, fuck it. We'll keep it then, okay. So the bingo card is on the left hand side here. Soundbox, lip smack, react, voted, and would be great. Drama, hands through the hair, voice crack, shocked, and you know what I mean. Engagement, there you go, snort, members, and hate to say. Friends, behind the scenes, you guys is what it is, and support. And finally, food talk, hateful slurs, interactive, YouTuber jealousy, and creepy whisper. These are all the things for the bingo card today, and that's what we're using for today. I'll definitely remember to fucking save it this time. Yesterday I closed it and I had to kind of retrieve everything.
Money, yeah, yeah. Money, money. Oh, money, money. Yeah, yeah. Money, money.
Thank you very much for the super chat, Snort Hogan. He says, big ups King Ja. Thank you very much, Snort Hogan. Thank you very much for that indeed. Yeah, I appreciate it. And you did well yourself as well, with the clipping side of things, and the videos as well. It's yeah, the detractor community is strong these days. There was a wee bit of panic for a while with all the Superhound drama, but it feels like people are kind of bouncing back stronger from it. You know what I mean? And people aren't going to go quietly if there's a fight and all that. You know what I mean? A wee bit of grit and determination, and folk, you know, detractors cannot be silenced as easily as that. But yeah, Australian Doom, I'm doing good. I've had a good day today. I was out today to visit my mother. I had lunch with my mother. Ate food. It was nice. Or treat. But yeah, it was quite good. And I came home and I'm like, okay, I'd really like a kip, a wee nap, but nah. Didn't really have time for it, so I was like, okay, we'll go through bingo. I might fall asleep playing bingo because I'm kind of sleepy as it is. If Phil makes me fall asleep, it is what it is. Nothing I can do, dude. God, Bacon Connoisseur, it's so funny you mentioned that. I swear to God, my mother actually said the word robust without... She has no idea about DSP knowledge. She doesn't have a fucking clue about DSP or any internet shit in general. My mum legit mentioned something as being robust, and I had to like fucking hide my laugh. I was like, I'm not. If she sees me laughing randomly at her fucking saying robust, I'm not going to fucking explain that bullshit, man. And fucking, she genuinely said that something tasted robust. What was it she was talking about again exactly? I can't even mind what it was that she was talking about. I don't think it was actually our meal that we were having at the time. I think it was something more along the lines of like something she'd had in the house, you know, like for making or something that she'd tried. Yeah, she legit said robust, and I was like, gee, I nearly lost it, man. I was like, honest to God, in my head immediately said thus, and thus robust. I was like, okay. That word robust had been ruined for me now. It's like I cannot hear it without laughing my fucking ass off, really. Cabane, don't worry, you don't need to apologise, it's fine. Right, I'm going to save this bingo card before my dumbass accidentally closes the goddamn page like I did yesterday. I don't want to do that again. It's trying to avoid derping out. Okay. Yeah, I'm on the right thing, so save it in here. Malin Kelp, you legit fell over laughing when your pops put pen passed on the shopping list. Just wait until you see the cherry juice, man. Why are you getting cherry juice, Pops? I was like, it's fast for goddamn. I think I'm getting gout, son. I heard a sports broadcaster on TV said robust and I cringed. Oh my god, man. Right, I've saved the bingo card, guys. As one less bit of drama, so I can actually close this thing now. Hooray! Oh shit! Fucking fills up in live and it's all playing and all that nonsense. You know, would you look at that? Phil just had a sausage burrito. Healthy breakfast, eh? Healthy breakfast. Guy could have fucking cereal, something, or anything remotely healthy than that. Sausage burrito. Look at that, look at his chat. Small breakfast style. Everything has to have a style to it. Now I want a burrito. He needs the energy for his high octane 3 mile per hour runs. He's a growing boy. Aye, which way is he fucking growing? Australian Doom says, currently lost my smell and taste and been withering the storm with COVID the past few days. Ah, shit, unlucky pal. I always love checking into DSP Bingo streams, King love it, mate. I'm glad it helps, man. I had the COVID last month. A week before I was due to go on holiday. I caught the COVID finally. But because I said, well, I assume the vaccinations helped, I was like triple vaccinated. I assume that helped me make it not as severe. But I know vaccinations are a touchy subject. Some people are for them, some people are against them. Some of my best friends don't trust the vaccinations, and they've also had COVID, and they've not actually suffered. They had like one bad day, and that was it. But I'm not going to fucking let their choice, but obviously affect them. I was like, if that's what they believe, they don't trust the vaccine too much because it's an early vaccine. Some people don't trust the time. It's how quickly this vaccine was ready. Most vaccinations in general take so many years to develop, and this one was somewhat pushed further forward in terms of, you know, for usage and all that shit. And obviously, it's one of those things people don't want to rush it in case there was like unknown side effects. But as I say, I trust. I mean, I respect people's right to have a choice that way, as long as they don't fucking go out intentionally spreading COVID. It's like, I've caught COVID, but I'm just going to do what I want. Nah, they were still responsible in that regard. Whereas, like, if they caught it, they isolated and all that shit, which is good, you know. But I was for a vaccine. I got the vaccines, okay, and I managed to get myself through it. You had to get a vaccine, or you would have been barred out of everywhere and couldn't go to work. Well, that's what I'm saying. It was a very very controversial from the governments and how some of them handled it and some of them dealt with it. Part of me feels sorry for the world governments trying to get their own people through this kind of unprecedented crisis, and part of me is very bitter to them for ignoring the warning signs for so long of this happening one day. Like, obviously, it's a well documented thing that the Obama administration had. Two things. I'm sorry about that. What was I saying? Well, yeah, the Obama administration had some kind of like guidebook for dealing with like a pandemic of sorts, and like the Trump administration like threw it in the bin, and then the pandemic situation kind of happened. And I was like, oh shit, that's kind of well documented. That kind of thing happened, but yeah. Anyway, guys, we set the bingo card. Let's play some music and enjoy some music while I get the stream properly set up, and let's not talk about controversial subjects. I hope you're feeling better Australian them soon, and I'm glad the bingo streams are helping cope with the COVID. Hope you recover soon enough. But obviously we're talking about fucking the COVID shit, but did anyone see the recent global health crisis? Monkeypox is the newest global health emergency. So just when we thought we were fucking almost seeing the back, hopefully seeing the back of one thing, monkeypox is now spreading thick and fast throughout the world. And yeah, there just seems to be no escape from every sort of ailment trying to fuck us up. And it's like, it'll be interesting to see how fucking the world deals with monkeypox, if it actually gets as bad as fucking COVID was getting with people in terms of the numbers getting infected and mortality rates or whatever, you know. I'm quite ignorant about what monkeypox is in general, other than it kind of looks a wee bit like meat, kind of like chickenpox or measles, just a lot of, I don't know, I genuinely don't know. They don't actually understand at MRC Midnight. Apparently there's ways of this virus spreading which are unknown to them. They sound kind of a bit clueless. The things that they thought it was limited to doesn't seem to be limited to anymore in terms of how it's transmitted. So that was the latest breaking news I saw, that monkeypox is the next big thing to fuck the world over. But yeah, let's ignore all that crap for now, guys, and let's just enjoy some Meerkat music. I'll get the stream set up and we'll get ready for the bingo soon enough, guys. So yeah, I will catch up with you guys in a bit. Let's have some more Meerkat Mob music.
Gotcha. Begging for fucking tips and shit on street. It's WWE Champions time. I'm stupid. WWE game plays like Candy Crush. Moving gems around. Breaking colored gems. I love it. Again, it's pay to win. The more money you sink into it, the more characters you can summon, the higher chance you'll get the better characters, etc., etc. Alright? Got me that? Gotcha! I love it! Got me that? Gotcha! Begging for fucking tips and shit on street. Gotcha! trolls, bitch. Fuck you and your mother. I'm just going to ban. Why am I toxic? Ban. Gone, bitch. Fuck you and your mother. I'm just going to fuck you and your mother. That's right. In the United States of Phil, I am the supreme being. I make the rules. What I say goes. This is my land. A nice lean-in manual. Now, just because I can, I'll issue a lean-in manual ban. Ban. Why am I toxic? Ban. Gone, bitch. Fuck you and your mother. Fuck the trolls, bitch. Now, just because I can, I'll issue a lean-in manual ban. Ban. Why am I toxic? Ban. Gone, bitch. Fuck you and your mother. I'm just going to fuck you and your mother. Tasty banana, put banana in my mouth. Tasty banana, I eat banana. Tasty banana, please the peeling comes in the milk. Put banana in my mouth. Squeeze banana. Put banana in my mouth. Squeeze banana. Put banana in my mouth. Act and talk a certain way with certain mannerisms, certain over-the-top reactions, screaming at the top of their lungs, jumping, flailing, doing weird things, constantly on camera. I need banana, tasty banana, put banana in my mouth. Tasty banana, I need banana, tasty banana, please the peeling comes in the milk. Put banana in my mouth, squeeze banana. Put banana in my mouth. Squeeze banana. Put banana in my mouth. I need banana, tasty banana. Put banana in my mouth. Tasty banana. I need banana, tasty banana. Please the peeling comes in the milk. Put banana in my mouth. Squeeze banana. Put banana in my mouth. Squeeze banana. Put banana in my mouth.
It's my day off. Might leave the game, but on it jerk off. It's my day off. Spend money on pools and damn shit. It's my day off. Might go out with my bitch wife, can't give me money today. Give me money today.
This is where my fucking money goes to every month. Garbage dump, grocery shopping, pay my taxes, pet store, paying bills, blowing his money on mobile games, blowing his money on this and that. I'm spending all this money by DoorDash for my business. I need to put disgusting food in the mouths of my family members. Obviously, I need tips. Yes, I spend money on mobile games. Okay? These are my life priorities. Pay my taxes.
It's my day off. Might leave the game, but on it jerk off. It's my day off. Spend money on pools and damn shit. It's my day off. Might go out with my bitch wife, can't give me money today.
Obviously, I need tips.
Give me money today.
This is where my fucking money goes to every month.
Shout out to the trolls.
For those who contributed, thank you. It would be great if we get a few more tips. To make up, earlier today, we did not hit the hat goal either. It's been a very slow day. It would be great if we could pick it up a little bit with maybe some contributions side with tips. If you can, just saying. You know, I know some people are super chatting or whatever, that helps long term, but right now I really can help. Tomorrow's my day off. The tips I'll have for my day off, you see?
Give me money today.
I'm the one who operated a successful YouTube channel. Please tip me.
I'm the one who operated a successful YouTube channel. Because I have bills coming up. Please pay my bills. I'm nervous. Draft for cash.
You better take a sip.
Please pay my bills. I'm nervous. Draft for cash.
Get a real fucking job.
I'm the one who operated a successful YouTube channel. Please tip me. I'm the one who operated a successful YouTube channel. Because I have bills coming up. They fucked me again, left and right, and my ass is so fucking stretched out at this point. It's time to push back. It's time to push back. I'm the one who operated a successful YouTube channel. Please tip me. I'm the one who operated a successful YouTube channel. Because I have bills coming up.
Because you're not rich and you're not famous and you're not this and you're not that. You had an opportunity to be, but you blew it all. And I said, well, oh well. I'm proud of that. I guess I'm proud to be a loser.
This one's for all my baby girls.
I'll be the guy on level 1. I streamed myself masturbating. I'll be the guy.
Fuck life.
I'll be the for the thousands of children. I'll be the guy on level 1.
You're still on mission 1.
I'll be the guy on level 1. Level 1. Married happily, paycheck to paycheck happily, meaningful relationship, meaningful life with a family. And that, by the way, I have to raise money to pay 2 big bills next week. All my utilities are due next week. Tomorrow, if I stop streaming, I would not be able to get a job. So it would be the end of my life. But outside of that, everything else is good in my life. You know what I mean? So I'll be the guy on level 1. I streamed myself masturbating. I'll be the guy.
Fuck life.
I'll be the for the thousands of children. I'll be the guy on level 1.
You're still on mission 1.
I'll be the guy. I'll be the thousands of children.
Let me tell you something. When your life is all positive instead of negative, it's a much better situation. Big ups to your cat, and I can tell you that from personal experience. Look at my life now. I have a beautiful wife. I have a beautiful life with a family, right? Everything here is so much better than what I had before. Why? Because I'm a positive person. Why do I say I'm not a children's entertainer? Because I'm not a Muppet. I'm not here to play a character. I'm not here to pretend that I'm something that I'm not. I don't dye my hair. I don't act stupidly constantly to get attention from children. I don't do stupid pranks. You know what I mean? I don't cause drama. I'm here just to play games and have fun. I'm a legitimate gamer. Big ups to your dad. I eat banana, tasty banana. Put banana in my mouth, tasty banana. I eat banana, tasty banana. Please the peeling comes in the milk. Put banana in my mouth, squeeze banana. Put banana in my mouth, squeeze banana. Put banana in my mouth. Act and talk a certain way with certain mannerisms, certain over-the-top reactions, screaming at the top of their lungs, jumping, flailing, doing weird things, constantly on camera. I eat banana, tasty banana, put banana in my mouth, tasty banana. I eat banana, tasty banana. Please the peeling comes in the milk. Put banana in my mouth, squeeze banana. Put banana in my mouth. Squeeze banana. Put banana in my mouth. I eat banana, tasty banana. Put banana in my mouth, tasty banana. I eat banana, tasty banana. Please the peeling comes in the milk. Put banana in my mouth, squeeze banana. Put banana in my mouth. Squeeze banana. Put banana in my mouth.
When we hit the 250 vestry for that celebration, I'm going to debut a new vest. There we go. Celebratory bubble blow. Very nice. There's bubbles everywhere. There's bubbles all over my PlayStation 4 controller. There's bubbles on my microphone stand. There's bubbles everywhere tonight. It's out of control.
Like exploding in the stream chat. People who, oh, they pretend like they support me. They pretend like they're positive, and they're not. They're shitheads.
Oh, Phil being toxic in his chat. So somebody asked him, is today the closet event? Apparently this guy's been asking all the time. I was like, no, it's not. Stop asking a stupid question. I've answered it 100 times. It's not funny. You look stupid. Guy responds, it was an honest question. I thought it was Saturday. Jeez Louise. Phil says, you've asked it for like 10 times over the last day. It's a meme, so you can shut the fuck up with that, lol. And apparently claims it's the first time he's asked it. And then someone just read the title of the stream. He's like, aye. I don't know, man. Jeez, I'm getting roasted here. And Phil doubles down. Right here. Sitting on stream that says it's a stray conclusion game, stray. Hey, it's a closet stream. This guy is super salty already today. One question, is this a closet stream? And he fucking loses his damn mind. And then he's fucking jabbering away in chat. Right, there's just some more music playing, but I just thought I'd show Phil's already quite toxic in his chat already, which bodes well for the bingo. I just thought I'd share the toxicity early on, and it might bode well for our bingo needs.
They sit here and they sneak this and they say underhanded things. They try to literally bring up either detractor memes or literal drama shit every day. They do it on purpose so that they can try to derail the shit that I'm doing on my streams, you know? And it just gets to the point where it's so frustrating. I just want to have fun, man. I really just want to fucking have fun. That's it. That's all I want to do is have fun with you guys. Fun. Way more fun. I just want to have fun. Way more fun. I just want to have no taxes, bills to pay, nice chill stream today. You're having a fun and interactive time with me and you're finding entertainment, positivity, and value in it, then the support should just come naturally, okay? I just want to have fun. Way more fun. I just want to have fun. Way more fun. Here's the bottom line, and I'm tired of it now. No more excuses, all right? Because the bottom line is people are like, Phil's not engaged in his commentary, and Phil's commentary is boring, and that's why people don't want to watch the playthroughs of the streams. Bullshit. I'm loving this game. I'm voice acting. I'm engaged. I'm commentating on everything that's going on actively. Bullshit. I call massive bullshit on any idiot who says that about either the Watch Dogs 2, which I've been playing recently and really liking, or Pokemon. It's bullshit. I call complete and utter bullshit on anyone who's saying that I'm not engaged and I sound like I'm bored. I'm not. So I've had enough excuses. It just seems to me like people are fucking lazy and don't want to come out to the streams. I don't even know what else to say, you know?
Right now, for the next week, I'm literally strapped for cash. The only money I'll have is tips coming in on the streams. And that, by the way, I have to raise money to pay 2 big bills next week. All my utilities are due next week. So now in the next few days, I have to raise money to pay my utilities. And then, you know, see what I mean? Like, this is how it is for me. Yet these shitheads out there want to fucking fuck with me behind the scenes, ruin all kinds of financial shit for me. Then on top of that, make stuff up to try to make me sound like a terrible person on the internet.
To make money, I have to pay Ben bills. You know, I have to pay Ben bills. I have to pay Ben bills.
I have to pay my taxes, pay my back taxes. I have to pay my mortgage, pay my internet bill. I have to pay Ben bills. I have to pay Ben bills, bitch. Pay Ben taxes. I have to pay Ben bills, bitch. Day to day, tips to tips, to pay bills and things. Eventually things will get better, but I'm kind of stuck right now with how things are. That's why I'm trying to make money. I have to pay Ben bills. You know, I have to pay Ben bills. I have to pay Ben bills. I have to pay Ben taxes. Bills. I have to pay Ben bills. I have to. If you want to sit here and you want to pretend like you're holier than thou. I'm better than those content creators, man, because I have a job where I work 9 to 5 and I bust my ass at my job and I earn a paycheck, man. And then I come home. See, I'm not on the internet begging for money all day, man. See, I'm better than them, man. No, you're not any better. Everyone's the same. No one's better than anybody else. Get your ass out there and fucking work, bitch.
Oh, you're right. You will take the ban. You're absolutely right. You will take the ban. You'll take the ban hard right in your fucking ass. Get the fuck out. You're supposed to be someone I trust, and you're gonna be a dickhead and go behind my back and hurt me and insult me. Get the fuck out. You'll take the ban real hard right up the finger.
I'm just going to ban.
Why am I toxic?
Ban. Gone. Bitch. Fuck you and your mother. Fuck the trolls. Bitch. Fuck you and your mother. I'm just going to ban.
Why am I toxic?
Ban. Gone. Bitch. Fuck you and your mother. I'm just going to fuck you and your mother. That's right. This is the United States of Phil. I am the supreme being. I make the rules. What I say goes. This is my land.
A nice lean-in manual. Now, just because I can, I'll issue a lean-in manual ban.
Ban.
Why am I toxic?
Ban. Gone. Bitch. Fuck you and your mother. Fuck the trolls. Bitch.
Now, just because I can, I'll issue. Sorry guys, I accidentally closed the music. I'm sorry about that. No, we're not muted when we'll say the Phil stream is muted, because otherwise it would just be, oh, his stream has got no audio. Maybe it's starting anytime now. Yeah, we're starting right now, guys. Well, time of bingo. Good luck, everyone. Let's hope today's the day.
Darksea Devil. Is that how you say it? Darksea Devil? There's a Darksea Devil. Or Darksea Devil.
Hi, my name is... What? My name is... Who? My name is...
Darksea Devil.
Hi, my name is... What? My name is... Who? My name is...
Darksea Devil.
What's going on, everyone? Good morning. Welcome to the Level 1 Podcast. How's everyone today? Crazy to think that green screen intro was filmed 7 years ago. Yeah, that was filmed in 2015. I bought that green screen and set it up in my garage, and for one night, I sat there for a couple hours filming. And that green screen footage has been used many, many times over the years for various purposes. Let's put it that way. How's everyone doing today? I hope you are doing well. It is the weekend. It is Saturday, the 23rd of July, 2022. Welcome to the show. Today is a lot different from yesterday. Yesterday was my day back from break, and I had a ridiculous amount of stuff to talk about. Today is pretty much the opposite. Today we don't have that much to talk about, although we have a couple quick topics to touch upon, including talking about my 200,000 subscriber anniversary, which will be coming up sometime this year at some point, you would hope. I guess we're going to see. I'll be honest, subscribers have dramatically slowed down, and we'll talk about that. There's good reason for it, okay? But I would like to do a special event to celebrate when it does eventually happen. I'd like to talk a little bit more about the whole PC discussion that we did the entire last week on the Level 1 podcast. You may be wondering, whatever happened to that? In fact, a lot of people were asking about that yesterday, and I was like, we got too much to talk about. on the Return podcast. So let's talk about it when we get a chance. Today we'll definitely have a chance to talk about that, to let you know where we are with that. Okay. And then really there's not that much else to talk about outside of the schedule. So we're going to be doing some Q&A today. I'll actually open up the chat to some Q&A so that we can get some maybe discussion going and see what everyone wants to talk about today. Because I don't know. I was looking at game news this morning. It's funny, again, on my day off, there's always a ton of game news. And then when I come back and I'm able to actively cover game news every day, there's no news. There's nothing going on. It's dead. Funny how that happens, right? So let's see what happens on the show today. Let's see where the show takes us, right? Should be fun. Okay, so everyone, how are you? I hope you're doing well. I have a big update regarding the schedule. Yesterday, I came here on the Level 1 podcast, and I explained to everyone that I will be here for a 5-day streaming week. And then as soon as I finished that stream, I find out, actually, I'm going to be here for a 6-day streaming week. As you know, my schedule fluctuates. It really depends on my wife's work schedule, which fluctuates. And her schedule fluctuated. She was supposed to have a certain day off this coming week, and then it got changed around. So now my day off for the coming week will be Thursday, which means I will be here for 5 more streaming days, including today. So that's Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I'll be here 5 more days this week, okay? Which, of course, means we have a little bit of extra time for stuff. Being that we have some extra time for stuff, I figured that since we're also finishing up playthroughs, like yesterday we finished up As Dusk Falls, and it looks like today we'll be finishing up Stray. Again, I don't know exactly how long the game is. Of course, the reports were completely wrong. People saying it's 4 hours long. It's not. They lied. I'm 6 hours in. I haven't really wasted time or died too much, and we still have a ton left, I think. We just arrived in a big city, right? So if we just arrived in the big city, how the hell are we going to be beating this game within like 10 minutes? I don't think it's happening. So anyway, once Stray finishes, we've basically beaten the 2 new releases for the week, which were very short. So that means we can go back and focus on the games that we previously had been playing, Fable Anniversary and Final Fantasy VII, but it also means we can start up a new playthrough, which is, I'm excited because you guys had previously nominated and voted on games for this summer Viewers' Choice event. And the game that came in 3rd place, I've actually wanted to play for a few years, and now we'll have a chance to. It's Batman Arkham Asylum Remastered. I own the Remastered collection. I had gotten it years ago before the PS5 even came out. And we had actually been playing through Batman Arkham City Remastered when, boom, the whole pre-order deal happened for PS5, and we were all able to order our PS5s in advance to get them. That was actually during an Arkham City stream. And that was about 2 years ago. So now here we are 2 years later, and we have opportunity to go back and explore the original game that started it all. I'm excited for that. I'm curious to see how it runs on PS5. Perhaps a nice, smooth, buttery 60 frames per second, which would be really cool if that was the case. I've never played the Arkham games at anything but 30 frames. So to see it maybe in a higher frame rate would be really neat, but I don't know if it does. We'll have to see. Anyway, that's starting up this week as well. So we're going to have a good mix of stuff. And then, of course, there will actually be potentially another new game hitting the mix soon for night streams. So let's actually talk about that, shall we? Cool. So let's just jump right into the schedule, right? Let's get this out of the way. So today, we got a fun Level 1 podcast followed by the conclusion of Stray. Now, as long as Stray stays on the same level that it has been at, this fucking idiot. Okay. Let's try this again. Stray. An awesome game. Alright? Really cool. If it stays at the level that it is at, okay, I'm going to say it's probably going to be a candidate for Game of the Year. Like, seriously, it will absolutely be a candidate for Game of the Year. It'll be a situation where it's unique, great visuals, everything excellent, okay, everything outstanding. And I'm really enjoying the game, even though it's on the shorter side. I think it's actually innovative and something completely different, okay? Hold on, because I want to get my air conditioner on here. Cool. Okay. So, yeah, I'm excited to see how it ends, because it's been one of the more original game experiences that I've ever felt, right? Like for these last few years, I feel like every game that we play is a very stale experience. It's an annoying situation where so many games just follow the same archetype, the same cookie cutter situation, excuse me, where there's just nothing really original going on. Is it a battle royale game? Is it a generic military style first person shooter? Is it a JRPG? They all follow the same archetype. You can't really say that Stray is any of those. It's a unique hybrid game with great visuals. It's made by an indie studio, right? It's a really unique situation where absolutely positively I feel like this is one of the more original games I've played in the last many years. And I really enjoyed it from start to finish so far. I'm about 6 hours in. And like I said, today likely we're finishing it on a major stream. So I'm having a great time with it. I hope that you guys are having a great time with it. And absolutely positively, I can't wait to play more. I'm just kind of sad that it's going to end. I almost wish that the game had a bigger budget and was a longer game. I actually feel like this could be a 20-hour game. I feel that way too. Like they could have had so many different areas to the game with different environments, different challenges and the like. Yeah, I absolutely would love to have more of it. It's just a shame that it's going to be short and sweet. But you know what? Maybe it's better that it's short and sweet. You ever think of that? Maybe it is better that it's short and sweet because, you know, we're in a situation where so many games have padding. So many games end up being overly lengthy. All right? And maybe this is a situation where it makes absolute sense to be short and sweet, right? Let's hope that the ending is as good as the rest of the game, right? Let's hope that. Let's hope that everything has been good. And we're in a situation where it'll have a nice solid ending. It'll feel like a unique package, right? But like seriously, compared to all the other games I've played this year, how many other games honestly have been like amazing, unique game of the year style experiences, or at least best in class? Like I would say probably what comes to mind for me. Sifu, Elden Ring, and this. I can't even name another game off the top of my head that has been unique and fun enough that I would even consider it like a game of the year contender. And here we are in the end of July, you know, more than halfway through the year. And although you might argue that this year's backloaded, that there's a ton of new games coming out in the fall, you know, particularly God of War, Ragnarok, but I'm sure there's going to be at least a few others there that are going to be genuinely good experiences. I'm excited. I'm absolutely excited to finish it, but also, man, I hope there's better games this year. It's just been such a slow year, right? We had that 2-3 months where it was crazy amount of new releases, but honestly, a lot of them were very underwhelming, like Dying Light 2, and even Horizon Forbidden West for everything that it was. It was entertaining, it had great graphics, but it was padded, and it didn't have a lot of streamlined content, and it had a lot of shortcomings in the combat as well. So, yeah, it's kind of, everything was kind of a mixed bag this year. In this particular situation, Stray is not. Okay? Cool. 2 thumbs up. So, I'm excited to see how it ends today on the first stream. The late stream tonight, we're doing something completely different. Alright? We are doing the Multiverses Beta. For those who don't know, Multiverses is the new upcoming fighting game / I guess you could consider it more of a melee combat game like Smash Brothers, because you say fighting game, it kind of entails a one-on-one style combat. That's definitely really not how the game is designed. It's meant to be more like a part. I want to say party game, but it's not. You know, Smash is a party game, but at the same time, it has competitive elements when you set it up a certain way. I certainly don't want to downplay Smash Brothers' capability to be a competitive game. You know what I'm saying? So that being said, I'm looking forward to checking this out tonight. The open beta for Multiverses is actually coming up on the 26th. Now today is the 23rd. I actually got advanced access thanks to a viewer who said that they had an early code, and so I'm checking this out a few days early from when everyone else is going to be able to jump into it. Multiverses is a Warner Brothers properties game, meaning every character that Warner Brothers basically has the rights to, including Steven Universe, Adventure Time, Scooby-Doo, the Looney Tunes, the DC Comics characters, etc. are all in this game. They actually just announced LeBron James from Space Jam and Rick and Morty will be in this game as well. They just announced this at San Diego Comic-Con over the weekend. So this is pretty exciting of a concept. How will it translate into an actual game, whether it's fun, competitive, or both? I don't know. We're going to find out because I'm going to try it out tonight. It's going to be a night stream where I try out a different characters. You know, I think the game, I don't know how many characters the game has at launch here, like to start. But the way the game works is you can either play the game a bunch to earn in-game currency and unlock the other characters, or you can buy them. It's actually a free-to-play game. When this game is launched fully, it'll be completely free for everyone to play. So I wonder, you know, I actually wonder how many are available for us to try out or whatever, and then how long it would take to unlock another character. So we're gonna play it tonight and see what's up with that. All right. Now tomorrow we're going back in line with the old schedule. So we're getting back to Fable Anniversary finally on the first stream tomorrow. It's been on hiatus for a while. Excuse me. Excuse me. Yeah, it's been on hiatus for about a week now. I haven't played it, and we were actually getting into a good part of it. We had kind of finally getting into new areas and new parts of it. We'll see what happens tomorrow on the main stream. I hope people will come back for it, because now I know I've been away for it for a week. Tomorrow night we're gonna do some more multiverses. So I figure after 2 sessions of it, we'll get 4 hours. We'll get a good idea of what the game is, and if this is something that in the future, when it fully releases, if this is something that I would want to keep playing, or if this is something that, maybe it's for people who like Smash Brothers, but it's really not for me. I figure a couple streams should be enough to determine that. Now, if I play it tonight and I just really don't like it, or you guys don't like it, then we don't have to play it again tomorrow night. We could do something different. We have tons of things to do. We could jump back onto PlayStation Plus Premium. We could maybe go on Game Pass to see what's over there. We could start up a new retro playthrough. There's a lot of stuff. In fact, we're going to talk about what I'm going to do Monday night, and I could easily bump that to Sunday night, okay? So on Monday, we're going to continue on with Final Fantasy VII. Now, of course, as you guys know, this has been a playthrough I've absolutely loved. I've loved going back to this game after 20 freaking years and playing it through for the first time with a live audience. It's been excellent. It's been very exciting, okay? So, yes, I am very 2 thumbs up excited, and I hope that you guys are too. And yeah, let's continue it on. Let's get it back into the regular schedule, because I've had so much fun. As I've told you guys, as long as Final Fantasy VII is getting people showing up, engaging with the content, supporting it, I would keep it as a mainstream. It didn't get played for a week because we had new releases, but now it's going to be coming back into the fold this Monday, okay? So Monday night, we're going to be checking out a little old game called Fighter's History. For those who don't know, this is a fighting game from the 1990s from a company called Data East that was basically ripping off Street Fighter so badly that Capcom, the maker of Street Fighter, sued them, claiming that they were actually copying them and infringing on all their trademarks and everything. I'm pretty sure they lost the case. But anyway, the game is ridiculous. The game is way over the top, crazy stereotypes, ridiculous voice acting and combat. It's a really funny game. So I want to try it out on Monday. It was just added to Switch Online, okay? So I'm excited to do that with you guys because I think it's going to be a good laugh, okay? And then on Tuesday, we're going to start up Batman Arkham Asylum Remastered. So now we're going to have 3 major games that I'm kind of alternating. Fable, Final Fantasy VII, and Batman. Those will all be alternated along with Capcom Fighting Collection on nights. And then what I'd like to do is find one more kind of throwback old school or maybe Game Pass PlayStation Plus playthrough that we can have as night streams, and then we can alternate between everything for the next few weeks until new releases start hitting sometime in August, okay? So we shall talk about that soon as we get closer to it. Now also, exactly 1 week from today, ladies and gentlemen, it is my special event, What's in DSP's Closet? Awesome. What is in DSP's Closet? I don't know what's in it. You tell me. You don't know. I don't know either. Stuff's been in there for over 8 years. We're going to go through there in this marathon event, see what's in there, see what's of use to me on my streams and in my content, see what's literally no use to anyone and throw it out, and then take some stuff that maybe I could trade in for value or whatever and see if I can make use of it that way. But shit has been sitting in there for so long. Collectibles, equipment. I'm curious to see what's still in there and, you know, what we can utilize. And by the way, lots of things in there will have a story. It's actually funny because every single time someone says, well, I don't think this event will be very good, I open the closet, I pull something random out, and I tell you a story behind it, and they're like, oh, that was actually pretty interesting. And I'm like, yeah, and there's like 100 things in there like that. I don't want to, I've been doing a preview of it, but now that we're only a week to the event, I don't want to keep doing that, because obviously I don't want to explain everything in there. All right. So, yes, I'm excited for that. That is 1 week from today. Of course, there will also be some fun stuff in regards to a live Feasting with the King and other festivities. So I hope you will join me 1 week from today for the marathon chill, and it's a chill event. What I mean by that is there's absolutely no pressure whatsoever at all to do anything. We could just relax, and then every once in a while I go in the closet. Or I could just constantly be pulling stuff out of there. I don't know. By the way, outside of the closet, I have a ottoman over here full of joysticks and other equipment, and I have 2 or 3 bins on the other side of the office over there too to go through. So technically it's the closet plus the ottoman plus the bins. It's kind of like an office clean out event, but most of it's in the closet, so that's why we're kind of calling it that. Okay? All right. And no, I'm not selling items in the closet, and if you ask that again, I'm just going to fucking remove you from the chat, because I've only explained 10 times in the last week, there's no way I could sell anything. People would troll the shit out of me online. Okay? Thanks. Okay, so that's next week. All right? Outside of that, the only other thing that I have to talk about before we get to some other discussions, I have one discussion I want to talk about, and then I have the PC discussion, and we can move on to Q&A, is the members goal. We already hit the Tier 1 members goal, which is this event for next week. Tier 2 was 585 members, but as you can see, we lost like 40 members since the goal was set in place. Realistically, with about a week left in the month, do I think we're going to hit 585 members? No, not unless we get a few people who come in here are very generous and start gifting memberships. Okay? So let's see what happens in regards to gifting memberships. Okay? And if you're not a member and you're considering joining, please do. If we hit 585 members by the end of the month, by some miracle, we're going to lock into the next React event, where I'll be doing a marathon stream of reacting to some kind of content, whether it's the original This Is How You Don't Play video from over 10 years ago, or it could be a new documentary about something on the internet, another content creator or whatever, from someone such as Frederick Knudsen and his Down the Rabbit Hole series, or one of the documentaries from June the King. But we'll talk about that if and when we hit the members goal. There's really no reason to jump the gun on that when we haven't done it yet. Okay? Some other ideas, you know, we actually have been talking about a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles pizza party on August 30th. The TMNT Cowabunga collection releases. I talked about this in detail yesterday, and I'm excited to maybe play that and do some kind of a marathon pizza party with you guys, where I order pizza and we kind of eat pizza all day while I'm playing the various different Ninja Turtles games. That could be pretty fun. And then I will give some credit this morning to Kagome, because Kagome actually come in with an idea. Sorry, I'm stuck on my tooth. There we go. Annoying. Kagome came up with an idea this morning. They said, so Phil, you're getting close to 200,000 subscribers on DSP Gaming. And let's be honest here. I probably should have hit 200,000 subs 10 years ago, but because of the kind of content creator, the prolific nature of my uploads, the way that they were, most people who liked my content 10 years ago never subscribed. I used to get 10 million views a month. Now I barely can reach like 750,000. But I used to have 10 million views a month, yet I never had 200,000 subs. Think about how crazy that is. People didn't like the way that YouTube ran and the fact that it spammed their inboxes. So people never really subscribed to the channel. They would just watch the content on it like crazy. So I stagnated at about 180,000 subscribers, and then it froze. In the last year, since I became a full-time dedicated YouTuber again, I rose by a ton of subs. We were at 180,000 something. Now we're 199 and climbing. It's a slow growth, but it's growth. Likely by the end of this year, especially with all the new releases that'll be coming out in the fall, I'm probably going to hit 200,000 subscribers. So Kagome came up with a good idea and said, why don't you do like a special anniversary celebration event? Not anniversary, but milestone celebration event, where you go back and you play some of the original games that you actually played for DSP, or excuse me, for Darkside Phil, the original YouTube channel I used to upload to when I first started. And I was thinking back, I was like, wow, well, let's think about my earliest games. Star Wars The Force Unleashed 1, where I only did one video on it. Mercenaries 2, where I only did highlights, but the game is so broken, it's hilariously bad. Also, what was the other? Oh, Fable 2 was actually one of my earliest playthroughs. And then what I could do is obviously go back and actually see what were the earliest playthroughs I ever did. And maybe I could do like an interesting event where I go back and for the first time in like almost 15 years re-explore some of those games, definitely more fully and with an interactive audience. That could be a fun, like, celebratory event. Okay? What happened to that channel? You mean the original Darkside Phil channel? It still exists. It's just an archive. That was back when I had my first ever false copyright strikes. People impersonated Ubisoft, and that was the Steve Jones debacle, and they basically got the channel temporarily suspended, and I was like, well, I'm not going to bother with that. I'm going to make a new channel then and start from scratch and start fresh. So I that's since 2010 I've been on DSP Gaming, and Darkside Phil just became an archive, so it's like 3 years of content that just sits there as an archive and hasn't changed. So there you go. All right, so lots of fun stuff coming up. All right, now there's one thing I want to address very quickly, publicly. I feel like I should do this publicly, even though 9 times out of 10, when I hear rumblings from the trolls and assholes, I ignore it. Okay? In this case, because it...
Fucking bullshit, he ignores it, man. He's usually all fucking all over that like a goddamn brash. Fuck off. Don't please tell me that he's actually had a lot more flack because he didn't handle yesterday as well as he thought he had. And he's actually going to deal with it, even though he said he was done with it and he's not going to address it again. Is he going to address it again? Is he actually going to fucking do that? Fucking popcorn it, lads. Get your popcorn it for this one.
The trolls and assholes, I ignore it. Okay? In this case, because idiots think they know something, which they don't, I will publicly address something because some troll just said it in my chat, and I'm like, well, if the trolls are going to come to my chat and start spamming nonsense, I might as well address it briefly. Okay? A couple weeks ago, I rebranded my pre-stream podcast as the Level 1 Podcast.
Oh, this is about the copyright, some takedown notice, because apparently the owners of the Level 1 Podcast, which is a real thing, people owned a show called Level 1 Podcast. They got shows on Spotify. They don't upload anymore, apparently, but their shows still exist on there, so you'd think they would own the rights to their name. And apparently they sent a cease and desist to Phil, but I was quite sceptical about the authenticity of that. So I'm interested to see what Phil says about that. So that's what this is about then, it looks like. So yeah, let's see what Phil says.
Ended my pre-stream podcast as the Level 1 Podcast. This is a show where every day I talk about gaming topics. I talk about myself in my streams, gaming news, and the like. Okay? That is the show. You guys know that. I've been doing this for a couple of weeks. Okay? Well, the trolls decided to reach out to try to find if anyone else on the internet ever did anything called the Level 1 Show or Level 1 Podcast or just Level 1 Podcast. And apparently they reached out and found someone who at one point had a podcast called Level 1 Podcast. Okay? This show has been defunct since 2020, so it's been over 2 years. There hasn't been a new episode of the show. The show dealt with tabletop gaming and RPG style gaming. It has nothing to do with video games whatsoever. It has
doesn't fucking matter, Phil. If they still own the rights to the fucking name, that doesn't fucking matter. It could be about fucking, you know, spandex and fucking ballet dancing for all you, but it doesn't matter. If they own the rights to the fucking name, that's all that fucking counts. It doesn't matter about the content of the show. If they own the rights to Level 1 Podcast, that is the only thing that's pertinent here. Just because they don't upload it anymore doesn't mean they don't own the fucking rights. Fucking Neighbours stopped broadcasting shows after fucking like 30 years of being on the air. That Australian soap, Neighbours. Does that mean that fucking anyone else can just call a show Neighbours? No, they fucking still own the rights to Neighbours. They own the rights to their name. They own fucking... It's fucking... How does this guy not fucking understand this shit? Some people might still own the rights to something. Just because something ends doesn't mean they don't own the fucking rights to it anymore.
Nothing to do with online content creation. Nothing like that whatsoever. And it's called Level 1 Podcast, not the Level 1 Podcast.
Doesn't really matter, Phil. Adding the to the start of things doesn't really matter. What if I called myself the DSP Gaming? Would you be upset? It's the exact same scenario. Someone called himself the DSP Gamer on YouTube. Would he bitch and whine and say, oh, they're stealing my fucking name? Guarantee they fucking would.
It's a different name. Okay? Somehow, from what they're basically saying, okay, is they have tried to convince this person that I am infringing on something. Now, it doesn't make sense because what would I exactly be infringing on? Let's think about this, how the law works, okay? Copyright. Has anything in the Level 1 podcast, since I started doing it 2-3 weeks ago, infringed on anyone's copyright? No. I don't use any copywritten content in my show. It's 100% original content on this show, right? All of it. And even the intro is, a fan created that, contacted me. I have written permission to use that introduction. Everything on this show is, fine for either fair use or is my own original content.
It's not really... He's completely ignoring the fact of the matter. He's using the name of something that might be trademarked. He is outright calling this the Level 1 podcast. And he's using that name for personal gain. And if the Level 1 podcast is a trademark name, then that is infringing on copyright. Am I understanding that correctly? I'm pretty sure I'm understanding that correctly. He is gaining financially from naming a show after something that already exists, and obviously there might be... He could argue that him benefiting from this financially is partially due to him renaming it to the Level 1 podcast. Doesn't really matter if ever show has not done any shows for 2 years, they're still around, they still exist, their shows are still on Spotify. And if there's copyright protection for that name and podcast, then they've got every single right to object. Excalibur made a great point in chat here. That Slim Shady beaten intro doesn't belong to you, Phil. That's a very good point indeed.
Okay? This has absolutely nothing to do with anyone else's show or anyone else's content. The only way that copyright could come into play is if I was literally taking someone else's show and re-uploading it or watching it, for example, React content. I'm reacting to their show without their permission. I'm rebroadcasting their own content. Then copyright comes into play. It doesn't come into play until you're doing that. I'm not doing that. So copyright absolutely positively has nothing to do with any kind of a situation regarding this podcast. It's an original work. It has nothing to do with anything else. Fair use would be either in effect or it's my own original content. You can't even say anything about copyright at all. Okay? Well, what about trademark? What if someone at one point had trademarked the phrase Level 1 podcast? Okay? All right. Fair enough. Well, let's look into that. How does trademark work in the United States? Are you aware? I'll tell you. I know exactly how it works because I've been involved in this legally before. When you go to trademark something, okay, you have to file for it with the Trademark Office of the United States. It's very expensive and it's an arduous process. It takes months and months and months, sometimes a year, to get anything even filed with the Trademark Office, okay? When you do this, the Trademark Office specifically will ask you, what are you trademarking? What is the content that you're putting out and what are you looking to trademark? So I'll give you an example. Let's say I had something called The Blue Show. The Blue Show, like that's the name of the show. It's a color or whatever, okay? And the name of the show is The Blue Show, okay? The first thing the Trademark Office asks is, what is The Blue Show? All right, well, it's an online podcast. Okay, what is the subject matter of your podcast? They want to know that. It's not just you make the show, it's what is the show about? You have to tell them that. Okay, now what are you trademarking? Are you trademarking the show with that name? Or are you trademarking something further? Because the way the Trademark Office works, it's so complicated. You have to trademark every single version of what you're trying to trademark for every medium. So let's say you have a show you call The Blue Show and you put it out every day and it's a podcast. Well, you have to categorize the show. If it's about politics and it's a news talk show about politics, you have to call it that. That's what you're trademarking. If someone else makes a show called The Blue Show and it has absolutely nothing to do with politics or it's not a news talk show, that's considered different via the Trademark Office.
Can somebody like clip this rant and put it on like Reddit for like bad legal takes or something? Just so people can school this guy on what it actually is. Yeah, but isn't there like a Reddit thread for like bad legal takes? I think they would have a fucking field day with this shit, personally.
I know that sounds stupid, but it is. Basically, they completely categorize everything based on subject matter. All right. So there you go. Now, I'll give you another example. Let's say, for example, you were making a show called The Blue Show. So you want to trademark just the show. You can do that. But now let's say you want to make merchandise. I want to make a t-shirt that says The Blue Show and it has a logo and everything. That's a separate trademark. Yes, that's a separate trademark because you could make a show called The Blue Show, but unless you make the separate trademark for the merch, someone else could make merch that says The Blue Show on it that could even be about your show, but there's nothing you can do about it unless you trademark it yourself. This is all true, okay? The trademark office is so ridiculous, okay, that they force you to do this, okay? I know, I've been through it. Many years ago, I dealt with this kind of shit, okay? So, the thing here is, these trolls are so desperate to try to do anything to hurt me, all right? That they will go out of their way to make up slander, to make up defamatory statements, to try to get people involved in drama. They think that this is some kind of drama. It's not. It's ludicrously stupid. No one has ever on the internet made a show called The Level 1 Podcast.
I made a fucking YouTube channel called The DSP Gaming and had it be transformative and like it'd be my gameplay, but it'd be like some sort of I'd basically be imitating DSP. I wouldn't be DSP, it wouldn't be DSP's gameplay, it wouldn't be DSP's audio, but if I was basically doing a complete impression of DSP the whole time and it's called The DSP Gaming. Would he fucking complain? Would he object? Would he whine? But imagine if I was really fucking successful. Nah, fucking that wouldn't be. There's no way I could be the DSP Gaming because nobody would fucking understand what I'm saying because of my Scottish accent. We need somebody that sounds as good at a DSP imitation accent and we need them to play games badly. Yeah, somebody that's good at imitating DSP's like accent and mannerisms, make a channel called The DSP Gaming and then just do like full length playthroughs, pretending to be Phil the entire time, just playing very badly. Yeah. There's a $20 idea for you. I'm not going to call it a $100 idea or whatever for you because it probably would, I don't know how successful it would be. But I don't know. I'm going to go 1.25 speed by guys.
Dealing with gaming, video games in general, and a content creator named Darkside Phil, which is the content of this show. No one has ever done this. I'm not infringing anyone's copyright. I'm not infringing anyone's trademark at all. If there was another show called Level 1 Podcast that dealt with tabletop gaming and RPGs or whatever, and it's been defunct for over 2 years, that literally has nothing to do with this show, nor would it even be affiliated. You have no legal leg to stand on at all. Anyone who would be involved in anything like this, say, oh, Phil's infringing, you are basically involving yourself in frivolous activity. Now, the funny part about all of this is, okay, here's the funny part about it. Some people would say, oh, well, let's do it anyway. Let's get involved. Any lawyer out there, let me just to clarify here. Any lawyer out there will take your money, okay? Lawyers like money, and they would love to take your money if you are stupid, okay? They will take your money, and they will say, oh, yeah, we'll see if you have a case, and we'll do this and do that. They will absolutely positively do that, and then tell you have no case. You know what I mean? It's just absolutely ridiculously stupid that anyone would think that there's any kind of a case against this when I already looked into it. By copyright means there's not even a close resemblance of anything. I'm not using anyone else's content. This is my own original content. Trademark? No. I'm not doing a show called Level 1 Podcast. I'm doing a show called The Level 1 Podcast, which is a different name. It has nothing to do with the other show. Even in subject matter, it's not the other show. The distribution means is different. Everything is different. It's completely different. It doesn't work. Okay?
Quick question, guys. This is going to sound random. Has anyone trademarked the name The Level 1 Podcast? If not, what's to stop anyone from doing it and they could stop Phil from using it? I don't think Phil would have done it. He just renamed the show to that, but if he's not trademarked it, I'm just saying it's possible. You could be. It'd be random to do, but if the name is up for grabs and people really wanted Phil to stop using it, just do something that Phil won't be doing. I believe at one point in time Phil tried to trademark his name, and he did. Phil trademarked his name before, but it expired, I believe. I think that is accurate. This is freaking old lore. I'm pretty certain he had trademarked his name before, not his actual name, but like his handle, his YouTube handle, I think. I think that's right. Trademark costs money, I think, so he won't do it. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. If other people do it and they could just hit Phil, say, like, this is my trademark. You're infringing my trademark. Cease and desist. Or else you owe me money, big boy. You need trademark. I mean, you could if you want, but who would use that? How would you earn money from that Excalibur if you trademarked DSP Gay Man? Brick Grates tried it, she said no. Yeah, I don't know, I'm just thinking out loud, but it's one of those things where it's like if other people trademark it, include number the, they wouldn't have a leg to stand on. You automatically own a trademark when you make a thing. Well shit, so I own a trademark to DSP Bingo. Fuck yeah.
So, all that being said, don't believe any bullshit. Just don't. Okay? Don't believe any bullshit the idiots say on the internet, any kind of frivolity nonsense. Just ignore it. Okay? This is just them, again, once again. This is, by the way, not the first time that they faked legal actions. Years ago, someone sent me a cease and desist order of some bullshit. Like, I guess, I don't even remember who it was or what it was. I guess at one point during a show, this is like 5-6 years ago, it was that long ago. At one point on the internet, I guess someone was upset about something that I said, and they paid an actual lawyer to send me a cease and desist order that was actually fake. It wasn't legally binding at all. It was a fake cease and desist order. And they paid a lawyer to do it, and it was a complete waste of time and money. Like, these people are that stupid. You know, they just don't understand anything. They're just fucking morons. So anyway, the dumbest thing about this is that they are just so up their own ass that they will, again, as you know, when it comes to my detractors and my haters, they have this weird circle-jerking community where they literally will talk to each other and make them factually believe things that aren't real. They'll actually talk to each other and make themselves believe that the Level 1 podcast, which has never existed on the internet, is the same as Level 1 podcast. That's a different show that has nothing to do with the show and isn't even the same name. They'll actually say that. They're that dumb. And then they'll make themselves believe.
I'm just gonna, we need to stop him right here. I've got a good example for UK-based people, right? American-based people might not get it, although they might have heard of it. There's a show, it's a very popular TV show. It happens throughout the footballing season, the soccer season, called Match of the Day. It's been a staple of BBC programming for several decades now, Match of the Day. Every Saturday evening, and now on Sundays as well, some evenings, whatever, they'll show Match of the Day, the latest highlights or whatever, and so on. Now, that's a BBC show. What if some rival channel wanted to make a similar kind of show, maybe not necessarily about football or soccer games, whatever, but they kind of like the title, so instead of calling it Match of the Day, they called it The Match of the Day. And they think, oh, we can just call it The Match of the Day and get away with it. It doesn't work like that. I would have several ASBOs in them if he lived in the UK. Could do. Paid a lawyer to send a fake C&D order. What kind of drugs is he on? I got no idea. So first off, I'm not aware of someone who's submitting a cease and desist order from a few years ago. It's either new to me or I've just forgotten what it was about. But we basically have that in the US on NBC. Try on. Do you? Okay. But it's like, it's a whole best part of Match of the Day. I assume the intro, the tune. That tune is just legendary. But yeah, Phil has got some very interesting legal takes here, and I'm genuinely interested to see it picked apart by people that know more than I do, which is why I'm suggesting just clip this whole damn thing, minus my gibberish in between, and send it to like fucking bad legal takes or something on Reddit, and people can just completely tear this guy apart for his dumbass, fucking semantics.
That this would actually be something that they can do. Oh, let's do it. Let's involve lawyers and let's do this. Waste your time. Be my guest. The lawyer will take your money. Thanks. And then say, oh, oops, we don't have any case. Oh, darn, right? Excuse me. So, ladies and gentlemen, ignore the nonsense on the internet, okay? Just ignore it. It's a complete bullshit. At the very
Just like Phil ignores it all the fucking time. Ignore it. He fucking begs and demands people to ignore shit, all while addressing it constantly himself. The fucking idiot.
very worst, the only thing that could happen is someone could legally try to serve me papers and say, hey, we're legally serving you papers requesting that you change the name of your show. In which case I would just say, I don't know if I'm going to or not, because I know I don't have to. But is it really worth it? I don't know. We have to think about it. But, you know, right now, It's just bullshit. It's just them talking shit on the internet, like always. But it's funny because a few people have contacted me, and now there's a troll in the chat talking about it. And I'm like, you guys give so much. When you give credence to the nonsense, then they roll with more nonsense. Okay? It's like when people come in here, oh, it's a clone account. Someone is making fun of me. Excuse me, of a stream chatter by making clone accounts. And you say, oh, there's 10 clone accounts in the chat, Phil. There's 10 clone accounts. Just ignore them. I'll take care.
Son of a bitch, I was muted the whole time. Sorry, guys. As soon as I paused it, I thought I was unmuting myself. Sorry. Yeah, I paused it and then I fucking started talking because I thought I was unmuted, but I didn't actually unmute myself because I'm a dumbass. Thank you very much for letting me know I was muted. I was saying that earlier on in the stream, you fucking saw somebody with a username, Phil spent $480 on WWE Champions on his day off. That was the entire guy's username, and Phil leaned him and just called him a fucking idiot. That's actually why we ticked Hateful Slurs, because he fucking stopped himself to get rid of this guy in chat. And he was quite, fucking toxic towards him. But he couldn't fucking explain his username to anyone or explain why what he said was fucking horrible or shit. He can explain this kind of in a sense because he thinks he can pig-splain his way into trying to sound like he has the authority in a situation. So in this case, in situations like this, he feels he has like wiggle room to be able to, persuade people that he's in the right here, not in the wrong. But with other things like WWE Champions, he hasn't even got a damn toe to stand on, never mind a leg to stand on, and that's why he just fucking tries to shut down all talk about it straight away without even trying to confront it, because all the evidence against him is so strong that he simply all he can do is try and shut it down immediately without even mentioning what it is people are talking about or why ban certain people or whatever. Goodness me. Give me a second, guys. Somebody sent me a message and I wanted to say it. The Dreaded End said, "Hi King Jan, just found your channel and you do great work. If you take suggestions, him using the word thus incorrectly would be an easy one that pisses me off every time. We used to have thus on bingo card, and we don't anymore. We removed it because he stopped saying it for a while. It was his buzzword for a while, so we had it encoded, but he stopped saying it, and thus it got removed. It can always come back if he starts using it again, but he doesn't really use it that much at all these days. But thanks for the suggestion, I do appreciate it. Right, I'm going to play, I'm going to let it keep playing because I don't want to get too far behind, especially for Pure Profit. He's wanting to include Phil's gameplay as well. So I'm going to do 1.5 speed for now, guys. And yeah, thanks for keeping me right on the bingo card. Hopefully we get a full house. We'll see what happens.
Then when I see them, when you talk about it publicly, you just give them more attention. Now, obviously, yes, I'm talking about it now. Why? Because it's come to a head. There's idiots who are contacting me about it. There's fucking people in the stream chat talking about it. You just gotta, listen, it's all nonsense. Don't feed the trolls. Don't listen to it. It's bullshit. It's frivolous crap. You don't pay any attention to it whatsoever. You say, I'm ignoring it, right? Until, if they try to make something of it, then you handle it very rationally and logically. Right now, it's all bullshit. It's just idiots talking to themselves and, again, circle jerking each other into believing something that's not true because they don't understand shit about shit. They're just dumb, okay? Okay, fair enough. All right, and by the way, so 672 very logically, he's like, why did WWF have to change their name to WWE? Because they literally were using exactly the same abbreviation. It was WWF, and they never trademarked WWF, you see? World Wildlife Federation had a long-standing example of using WWF for their organization, while the actual wrestling organization WWF also was using that. They basically had kind of been using it around the same length of time, if not even the World Wildlife Federation using it longer, and they had the trademark, so they won the case. You see what I'm saying? If there's a situation where there's two things that are exactly the same word for word, and there's precedence of using it for an extended period of time, then they would basically win that. But
word for word, they weren't both called World Wrestling Federation, Phil. They were not word for word the exact same. I think you're a bit wrong in what WWF means in terms of the wildlife preservation shit, pal.
In this case, like I said, number one, it's not even the same name. It's different from Level 1 Podcast. I'm not using that name. I'm using the Level 1 Podcast. Number two, the subject matter is completely different. Number three, that show's been defunct for years. There's no leg to stand on. Okay?
Anyone remember those amazing fucking panda wrestling matches from the 1990s? There was that cage match between the panda and the fucking lion. Jesus Christ, man, and that other WWF was some wild shit, wasn't it? Back in the Attitude Era. Fucking elbow drop from a fucking giraffe or something. Jesus Christ, Phil. They weren't the fucking same thing. Yeah, some man taking argument and shit was like, oh, this is different from their level 1 podcast because it was like tabletop gaming shit. WWF, the fucking wildlife preservation shit and the wrestling entertainment industry shit, obviously two very extreme, different kind of things altogether. But yeah, it feels like they had the same letters, and that's because if they were called the WWF, they would have been okay. Fucking Phil's an idiot, man.
So just ignore their nonsense. Is it World Wildlife Foundation? I don't even know. Is it World Wildlife Fund? Whatever it is, okay? Oh, really? I'm actually being told, even further to that case, WWF actually had been calling themselves WWF before that, and then one day they just decided to start using WWF, even though World Wildlife Fund had been using WWF all along, and that's where I guess the big argument came into play. All right, anyway. Like I see, it's neither here nor there. It has nothing, it's not the same. Again, this is, oh, listen, there's really nothing going on Phil streams that's dramatic or negative, so let's try to fabricate a situation, right? Okay, let's do it. It's completely stupid. Like, I don't even, it sucks that I even have to talk about it. It really does. It sucks that I even have to mention it for a second on my show, but I might as well and get it out of the way and clear the air so everyone knows it's bullshit. They don't know what the fuck they're talking about. It's just them, once again, blowing smoke up their own asses. Just ignore it, okay? Okay, thanks. Okay. All right. The other thing I want to talk about is the whole PC discussion that we've been talking about recently, okay? The whole last week, every day here on the Level 1 podcast, every day we talked about a different PC component. We talked about, one day, the processor, the RAM, the GPU, the hard drives, the capture device, etc. We went through the whole rigmarole. And by the end of the week, we had basically figured out exactly the kind of setup that I was looking for in order to get a rig that would be, you know, upgrading my stuff, giving me the ability to do full 1080p 60 frames per second for my video of the games themselves, also giving me the ability to upgrade my webcam and do full like 1080p 60 frames for the camera as well. So basically, the ability to upgrade everything. And let's be honest, excuse me, to some extent future-proof. So that rather than me just getting the bare minimum of what I need for today, making it so that definitely this PC would last many years, okay? So there you go. So we finished the discussion, right? And then that was it. And now here we are. It's, you know, Saturday of the next week. And of course, some people have reached out to me and said, Phil, well, what's going on, right? Are you in a situation where everything's moving forward? Will you be getting a new PC soon? What's the deal? Without giving any too much, you know, detailed information.
Prophet, I just want to warn Prophet, don't lose your shit hearing this. You know, I don't want you to like smash your rig that you're trying to build if Phil says something very dumb and triggering. Just take a deep breath and just let the anger just escape in that deep breath. Okay, Prophet pal, just be strong. Do not get triggered by the pig.
I mean, yeah, I'm in a situation where there's someone who wants to help me with this PC, and what I need to do now is I need to sit down and I need to take the time to go to these websites that we discussed. For example, you guys gave me a list of sites here. Hold on. You guys literally gave me a list of different sites. For example, Amazon, CyberPower PC, Newegg, iBuyPower, MSI, Meta PC, and I have no idea what that last one says. Something Center? M something Center?
Reminder, Phil wrote this himself. He cannot read his own writing.
Is it Micro Center? It's Micro Center. Wow, my chicken scratch, I couldn't even read it. Micro Center. Okay, so I have all these things. What I need to do is see, number one, can I order a PC from these places and will they build it with the components I want based on our discussion last week? That's number one. Number two, if they're willing to do that, okay, then will they ship it to me? Because I live in a state where basically I did a little bit more research on this. So I guess what it is in the state of Washington and many other states in the United States, what's happening is they have a situation where because this is considered a green state, it means that there's special laws and regulations in place to prevent excess power usage of in certain cases. Excuse me. And so when you buy a PC or build a PC, they regulate it so that when your computer is idle, it's not supposed to draw more than a certain amount of power. I know that sounds weird. It's like they think that everyone in the state is a PC gaming or streaming enthusiast and is going to have a high-end PC sitting at their home drawing so much power off the grid that somehow this is going to make a significant impact. I mean, let's totally factor out global warming and the fact that since temperatures are increasing so much exponentially every year that everyone in Washington state will likely be getting air conditioning in their homes, and like that's going to completely tax the power grid. But instead, let's worry about idle usage on PCs. Whatever. I'm not even going to tackle it. I mean, who the fuck could even figure out what they were thinking that they were wasting their time making laws about this shit, right? So anyway, I don't know exactly how it works, but basically someone had said that they had gone to one of these sites. I think it was CyberPower PC, and they were hypothetically trying to put together a PC based on your recommendations last week. And all of a sudden, all these warnings popped up and said, warning, this exceeds the idle power limitations in your state. You cannot order this PC. And you couldn't even order it. It wouldn't let you. They would recommend like other things to swap out that I guess would lower the idle power usage of your PC. Problem being then you're weakening the rig. And the point is, we picked these components because we felt these would be what I need to do what I want to do for my business. So you're telling me there's a law that tells me I can't buy a PC good enough to run my business. How does that make any fucking sense? I don't know. Like, I haven't looked into it. This is just what I was told. All right? I need time to sit down and do this. I don't have time right now. Right now, as you guys know, I'm streaming pretty much all day long. And then in between, I'm doing things like making dinner, showering, working out, doing things. And by the time that I have time to sit down, it's so late at night, right? It's like, wow, I finished my late stream. Here it is now, like 10:30, 11 p.m. And I get to spend an hour with my wife before we start to get ready for bed, you know? So what I need to do...
I'm pressing so many X's to doubt there. I'm pressing so many. Not only the fact that it said working out, not only the fact that it takes them like fucking an hour of babysitting uploads and all that bullshit. If it was actually about babysitting uploads, he fucking would have realised he hadn't made a thumbnail error a few nights ago for fucking one of the Final Fantasy shit. Never mind the fact that he goes to bed around a reasonable time like most normal humans do. It's like about fucking like 12 o'clock or something. Bullshit, you're up until fucking 4 AM playing WWE Champions more often than not, Phil. Don't fucking pretend otherwise, you fucking dick.
Is actively sit down, and have time to do this, and I just haven't had time yet in the last week, you know. I would like to have time, you know, as soon as possible. I'm hoping in the next maybe few days, the rest of this week, the streaming week, maybe one of these days between the streams, I'll have like an extra hour where I can have a moment to sit down and maybe go to some of these businesses, and check these out, you know. So I guess we'll see, you know, but the thing is, I absolutely need to get a pre-built. I can't build this thing myself. I don't know anything about building it myself. I haven't done so in 20 years. I have a feeling that if I built it myself by buying the components separately, which obviously would bypass the issue, I wouldn't have the know-how to fix a problem if it arose. If there's any troubleshooting that needs to happen, I don't have that knowledge that I would need in order to actually, you know, perform troubleshooting or fixing any issue with any of the hardware or software. I need to have this thing set up for me ahead of time so I can just plug it in and use it and not have that be a problem, all right?
You want your fans to run your fucking stream for you?
So, I guess we're going to see. You know, I'm going to try this out. Now, when will I do it? I don't know. I can't even make you a promise. I was thinking maybe tomorrow. I was thinking maybe in a couple days. It depends on the day. Depends on all the things I need to do. Some days I have to cook dinner. Some days I'm not. Some days I have to do this. Some days I have to do that. So it all depends. So I'll let you know if and when there's an update. At this point, essentially, it's a wait and see attitude because it's not like it's basically hinging on me having time to look at this and figure out if I were to order the PC, where would I want to order it from? Because they're going to allow me to have the components that I want in it and not have this weird regulation. And if the regulation is in effect for what we picked for the build, what would be the substitution that I need to make in order to get it in line with whatever this regulation is? Again, I don't even understand the regulation. So I know some people were under the impression that we were just going to go through this last week and immediately I was going to order a PC, it was going to show up and I was going to have a whole new rig and everything was going to be different and exciting. That's definitely not the case at this point, you know. Let's see. And by the way, again, I don't know what it's going to price out to. You guys have no concept. I knew this would happen. I've had like 24 people contact me and send me emails and I was like, oh, I researched and I found out that the PC you want would be $2,200. No, I did research and I found out it would be $1,800. No, I did research, it would be $2,350. And it's like, all right, I'm just going to do it myself. You know, I appreciate that people reached out to do that, but I'll just do it myself and I'll figure out what it is and go from there. And by the way, this is the PC itself. This is not including the new camera or anything like that. This would just be PC ordered and here. What would the cost be? Then I would figure out the camera separate from that. From what we saw, there's so many options. You could get various different models of webcam. You could get a separate standalone camera or camcorder. Depending on the type you get, it could be insanely expensive. You know, all this is stuff to think about. But, you know, for me, the PC is the more important thing. What's about to break? The PC. You know what I mean? Like the PC is the thing that's corrupting videos and having issues. My camera works. It's not great, but at least the camera works, right? This camera isn't the pressing issue. The PC itself is. So that's what I'm focused on right now. Okay? Okay. All right, let me go put this back. Ugh. Okay. Well, like I said, I didn't have a ton of topics to talk about today. So let's do some quick shout outs and then we can actually open up the Q&A and do a little bit of that. Sound good? Okay. All right, let's see here. All right. So, okay. Tips. We start off today with a $4.20 tip from Plum Girl. Now, she said particularly I didn't have to shout out the message. Which is fine, but the reason you guys may have noticed that Plum Girl isn't talking is because accidentally yesterday she was on a stream. She was on the Conclusion to As Dusk Falls stream, okay? And apparently, she dropped her phone in a way that clicked on the screen and unsubscribed from DSP Gaming. I mean, you want to talk about bad luck, right? Like, seriously? You want to talk about bad luck? Dropping the phone in a weird way where it pushed the touchscreen button to unsub from the channel. Now, as you guys know, I have a 24-hour sub mode here on DSP Gaming. Why? Because with trolls, if you don't have sub mode on, they will literally create 400 new accounts and come in and spam constantly and ruin the chat for everyone. They did this until I got sub mode last year. Sub mode was like a godsend. Thank God it was actually able to have order here on the streams. So she has to wait another 24 hours. And now, this was actually, I want to say this was like near the last hour of As Dusk Falls yesterday. So that means that near the last hour of today's stream, she'll be able to come back on the chat and talk. I don't know if she'll be here actively to do that, but I know that she really likes Stray, so maybe she will be around for that. So anyway, thank you, Plum Girl, for the tip. And by the way, Plum Girl, she said she sent me an email. I didn't see it. Likely, if I didn't see it, it means that it hit my spam folder. I don't know if you sent me an email with a link or something in it. That's probably why. If you want to resend an email with no link, then I'll probably see it. And then once I acknowledge the email, then probably if you send a response to something I send, then maybe you can send me whatever you were trying to send me. Because I didn't see an email, okay? Okay. 61-second man has tipped me $2. Says, I know you played against a lot of popular content creators and tournament winners in the fighting game community back in the day. Did you ever play Daigo? I never played Daigo. I don't even know if I was ever at a tournament that Daigo was at. Oddly enough, you know, most of the tournaments that I went to were American tournaments that weren't national level. You know, I would always go to things on the East Coast. I traveled all up and down the East Coast, you know, states such as New York, New Jersey, Rhode Island, Massachusetts, heading further down, you know, Virginia, Georgia, Florida, that kind of, you know, southeastern region is where I went to a lot of tournaments. And I went to Texas. I've been to Chicago / Illinois area, California, and of course, you know, Las Vegas, Nevada for Evo. But those are the places that I went to. Usually Daigo, if he was going to go to any tournament, it would just be Evo. That's it. And I think the Evos that I went to, I don't think he went to. Or at least what I should say is, for the Evos that I went to, that he was at, I wasn't at any kind of a competitive level to face him. You know what I'm saying? Like, I did attend earlier Evos, but I wasn't that good to ever play the guy. You know what I mean? In tournament. But by the time that I was competitively good at Super Turbo, he wasn't attending Evo on the regular, because that was the mid-2000s when everything was very grassroots. The rewards for winning Evo were minuscule. So to fly from Japan to the United States to play at Evo and win, you were losing money. So for him, he wasn't coming anymore. I know he attended a few times, but he wasn't there at those Evos. So so there you go. Yeah, no, I never had a chance to play him. Nope. Snow Carl to the $1.50. By the way, thank you, 61-second man, for the $2 tip. Snow Carl to the $1.50. Thank you, Snow Carl. He said, I totally understand why you can't list things for sale on eBay. It'd be fun to have an auction for items on the closet stream for trusted longtime supporters. And we could cover the shipping fee. There'd be no risk. I'd love to bid. Again, Snow Carl, I've already said multiple times, I've expressed that I have no desire to sell this stuff. It's too much of a pain. It's too much stress.
How in the hell can he complain about this? It's specifically for like trusted members only, and it's specifically with those people paying for the shipping. So how in the hell can Phil try and put coals into this is a bad thing for him? Everything he whined about before about not being able to do this has just been addressed by Snow Carl about it. Saying, as a member, I'd be happy to pay for shipping. As a trusted member, should have a chance to get this kind of stuff. And Phil's like, no.
All right, allow me to summarize in a way that makes sense. All right, I sit here 6 days a week full-time streaming. In between the streams, I have very precious little time to do anything for myself. Maybe cook a meal, maybe take a shower, maybe go for a run. And then I'm right back to streaming. And then the little time that I have after that is maybe an hour or two at night to spend with my wife, and I go to sleep. That's
Hey Phil, you've said you've had no time between streams for many years now, and all of a sudden you've got time to fucking fit in a run, and I say that with very strong inverted commas between it, a run. What did you do? What did you get rid of before to find time for a run that you didn't have time for any exercise before, Phil? What have you sacrificed to manage to squeeze in a daily run into your strange fucking self-made schedule? I'd be quite curious, Phil.
That's my day. One day a week, I have some free time. What do I do in that free time? I go grocery shopping. I get pet supplies. I run other errands, and then usually I have a little bit of time to spend with my wife, and we have a meal together. That's my life, okay? We're in that time. Did you hear that Phil has time to start an online business where he's going to be auctioning products, packaging them, selling them, shipping them worldwide to his viewer base? Like where does this concept come from exactly? I'm just curious that people think that, like, I have this situation where I just have so much exorbitant free time on my hands that I could easily go into the closet, find dozens of items that people would want to purchase, and I would have time to sit here and actually do this. Like, what are you talking about? I swear to God, Snowcrawl, sometimes you really, it's like you're actively trying to give me a headache. You know? If I had a staff of people who worked for me, all right? If I could clone myself, if I didn't stream 6 days a week full time and I had free time for this kind of stuff, then maybe I would consider it. I have no time to myself as it is now. I literally just told you. I have someone who wishes to fund a new PC for my business, something that would significantly improve my business. You guys would get better visual quality. I would have a more consistent, or I would say dependable setup here. It would benefit everyone. I don't even have time to sit down and try these configurations of PC on websites to buy a new PC for my business. I don't even have time to do that. But you think I have time to sit here and sell all these items out of my closet and mail them all over the place? Like, what are you talking about? So, Snowcrawl, here's what I'd like to ask you, all right? The next time you're going to ask me a question, please think for like a second before you ask it. Really, like just, and I'm not trying to hate on the guy, but he does this all the time. Take a look at the questions he asks. There are always these questions that are like these reaching questions and stuff. It's like, dude, could you like think for a second before you ask a silly question? And by the way, people have asked this question like 5-6 times in the last week, and every time I said, no, I have no desire to sell stuff. I can't do it. You know, it's not going to work. Why do you have to like beat the dead horse? The horse is already been, it's dead. It's buried. Now you're digging it up. You know what I mean? Okay. I just don't understand. But anyway, thank you for the tip. The answer is no. No. Now, if I can find stuff that, for example, can easily be traded in at like a GameStop or something, and I can make a few bucks that way, or maybe, like I said, I could get some GameStop credit and get a new controller, because I've had a concern about this controller's trigger sticking. For newer games, it's going to be an issue. For older games, I really haven't even used the trigger that much. So it hasn't been an issue. But for newer games and stuff, this could definitely be an issue. A sticking controller trigger. So I'd like to maybe get an additional controller. Maybe I can trade some stuff in there, get enough, and get a controller, right? But outside of that, no, I'm not going to sit there and I'm not going to say, oh yes, let's start. And
I'm not going to lie, guys, I had to step away for like a couple of minutes there. Did I miss anything? Ashley said, is this YouTuber jealousy? I actually missed it. If everyone's saying it's YouTuber jealousy, I'll take it, but I'm not even going to fucking kid you. I had to step away for like a couple of minutes there. I'm moaning about Snowcow's questions. Oh, that might have been YouTuber jealousy. Just a normal toxic work environment, says Matha Doctor. Him being toxic, I mean, was he jealous about another YouTuber? Or just YouTubers in general? That's not him. If it's not, that's generally what I classify as YouTuber jealousy. If he's jealous about a specific person or other YouTubers in general, compared to him. If it's not that, it's usually not YouTuber jealousy, in my opinion. So if that is what happened, I'll take it. But yeah, as I said, I had to step away. He was complaining in general about how they have staff. Yeah, that's jealousy. If he actually did say things like that, then that's definitely jealousy. I mean, if that's what happened, I'll take it. So if that is what happened, then guys, I'll absolutely take that. We have YouTuber jealousy. We still don't have a bingo. We're so close to multiple like ones, but it's, for God's sake. Okay. Okay, so I'll play it from here. But yeah, we are close to multiple bingos. I cannot believe we have not had a bingo yet. Usually I've got like 1 or 2 by now.
An online commerce business now, we're going to be buying, selling things. No, it's not going to happen. All right, stop right now. Okay. Shout out to Plum Girl, who re-upped her membership for 15 months. This is how she's able to talk, because she re-upped her membership. And there's actually a super supporter level, by the way. And she could put a message in there. She says, hi, friends. I'll see you guys in 4 hours. I'm watching from the background for now. Happy Stray finale. All right, so Plum Girl, sorry to hear that. I'm just curious, where were you that you unsubbed? Like, I'm trying to think. For example, if I'm sitting on my page right now, and I'm watching.
Oh, it's on your fucking page. You can't unsub from your own goddamn fucking YouTube page. You dumb shit.
My content. See, I don't know where the sub button is because it doesn't show up for me. I just realized that. Like, for me, I wouldn't see a sub button. Because it's my own channel. Hold on a second here. God damn it. Here we go. There it is. So the subscribe button shows up Okay, there's a join button if you want to become a member. There's a subscribe button right next to it. And then there's the bell. And I think that bell is what you click on to set up notifications to say, hey, I want to be notified when new content comes out of this channel or not. So I guess what somehow you dropped the phone and it just happened to hit between the join and the bell on that little thing. Oh, wait, actually someone just said it's different on mobile. Oh, wait a minute. I'm looking at the desktop version. You're right. Well, you know what? Yeah, I'm logged in. On my phone, I'm logged in because I do stuff on my phone all the time. So actually, I wouldn't be.
This actually feels like a fucking interrogation. It's like he's determined to know whether this was a fucking fluke or whether she actually had to fucking do things to unsubscribe. But it's so fucking dumb though, because the person clearly is a fan. They fucking are a member. It's super, like the top tier level of membership, and he's still fucking going for this like it's a fucking interrogation to make sure she's being honest about unsubscribing, even though it seemed like accidental. This is the kind of things, he's not doing it out of idle curiosity, he's really derailed himself here to try and figure out how this could have happened. This is fucking weird to fucking put your kind of fans through a scrutiny, Phil. This is really weird. I said weird. This is really weird. Yeah, fucking read on it. Ignore the first one.
Able to, I wouldn't be able to see what it looks like unless I logged out. I don't want to fucking log out and log in. So, all right. So people are saying, yeah, it's kind of annoying. It's kind of annoying that, it's easier. Yeah, here you go. People are saying on mobile, it's super easy to hit the unsub button on accident. That's dumb. Why do they make it so huge? Why do they make it such a big thing, a big red button? I mean, it's kind of like a double-edged sword. Oh, I subscribed. It's so easy. Oops. I unsubscribed. Whatever. It is what it is. Well, hopefully it doesn't happen again, Plum Girl. I'm sorry this happened to you.
Finally. Oh wait, is it finally? Oh, for fuck's sake, it's not finally. I thought that could have been a... He said something good, but it's not a bingo yet. I genuinely thought that was a bingo, but we've not got hands through the hair yet. I was getting ready to play the horns, but we can't play the horns yet. Sorry, guys. I almost hit the button prematurely. Came very close to hitting the button prematurely. I didn't do it this time. But it is what it is. We've got that picked at least. But we haven't had Soundbox yet either. I didn't launch Soundbox. Everyone knows at the start anyway. I did not feel comfortable having Soundbox on there. Who knows, guys? We've not even had a fucking bingo yet. Never mind a full house. This DJ Runo, this bingo board is almost as patchy as Phil's beard. Fucking too right. It happens sometimes. This looked like a strong card when we first started, you know what I mean? But we'll see what happens. There's plenty of time.
I know you're a frequent stream chatter. It sucks that you're kind of locked out here. Okay. Excuse me. Shout out to 61 Second Man who did another $2 tip. So I believe I asked this question before. Honest question, I'm not trying to bait. What if a diehard viewer or fan asked and would pay you way more than what an item was valued? Would you? Then would you eBay items? No. I cannot use eBay. eBay is out. There's no fucking way I could use eBay for anything. The moment I create an eBay account, you have to put a location where you're shipping from. Obviously, I'm not going to lie. So the moment I make...
Guys, was that hands through the hair? That was kind of weird. Watch what the hand does. It's like it kind of does it, but doesn't. Normal speed.
The moment I create an eBay account, you have to put a location where you're shipping from. Obviously, I'm not...
That's kind of like fingers through the hair. I mean, does that count, guys? Is that enough to count hands through the hair?
Not going to lie. I create an eBay account, you have to put a location where you're shipping from. Obviously, I'm not going to lie. So the moment I make an eBay...
It's kind of... He's using his hand as well, kind of. He's not like doing it like roughly, like from before his haircut or shit. But he's definitely kind of doing something with his hair, with his fingers and his hands. Okay, everyone's saying it counts. Hands through the hair counts. There's a general consensus. Everyone says it counts. Hands through the hair, we count it. We still don't have a goddamn bingo yet. We are so close to multiple. It's so fucking annoying.
Account saying it's coming out of Washington. I have no actual confidence that I'd be able to make an eBay account, sell anything, and people wouldn't realize it's me and flag it and destroy it with spam and trolling. I just don't believe it. Same thing anywhere you sell. I just don't believe that would happen, okay? And again, no, I don't actively have time to set up a business where I could be sending you stuff through the mail. You know, I just don't. People need to stop this. I'm not an online vendor. I'm a content creator, all right? I have no desire to start an online vending service. Again, if I had employees working for me, right, and stuff like that, fair enough then. I don't, you know? Okay? All right, thank you for the tip. And then $6.72, so $6.72. So if I donate a brand new controller, can you sign me your old one back signed? No. You're not going to get me to change my answer. The answer is going to keep being no, I'm not sending you guys stuff. It's not going to change, okay? No. No. Hey, Phil, will you sell stuff out of your closet? No. Hey, Phil, can you send us stuff? No.
I'm going to call it right now. We're about to get a dumb close-up. I'm just calling it right now. You can see this set up a mile away.
Phil, can you send up an eBay account? No. Phil, will you sell stuff online? No. Phil, when you do the marathon in your closet and you find things in there that people might be interested in buying, will you sell it online? No. What if a fan contacts you behind the scenes and want? No. No. How many?
Oh, he didn't do it, but he did say behind the scenes. You know what that means, guys? We got a fucking double bingo from that. That's the second row down and the fourth row across. Double bingo because of behind the scenes. There you fucking go. We've gone from no bingos to just two thanks to one fucking thing happening. Behind the scenes got said finally. What I'm really surprised about though is that he fucking hasn't zoomed in with his camera. I could have sworn it was a setup to have one of those dumb zoom, close up face cam shit, As I was like going, no, fucking zoomed in on that shit. But lo and behold, they seem to resist.
Okay, let's try this again. No, 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 no. Okay, hold on. Well, maybe I, oh, wait a minute. Well, maybe I, no, no. I'm not interested in being an online marketplace selling shit. I'm a content creator. I'm not selling you anything. I'm not sending you anything. All right?
Shut up, bitch!
No. It's seriously not going to change. It doesn't matter how many people ask, how many times you ask, how many ways you ask. The answer will remain the same. There's an N, there's an O. Separately, they're two really awesome letters. When you put them together, what did that spell? No. Not doing it. Oh my God. Okay. Let us open up the chat to Q&A. If you could like to tag me in the chat and ask me a question, I will try my best to answer reasonable questions. Ay. Audio Object Baxter, did you re-up your membership? Let me take a look. Oh, for some odd reason. Oh, there it is. Audio Object Baxter re-upped his membership for 4 months. He says, like the stream. Thank you, Audio Object Baxter, for re-upping your membership. And yes, one way you guys can help the stream is definitely by liking it. If you want to add engagement, please do. Engagement helps the channel immensely. Okay. SD Chargers, I know crime is a problem in Washington State. It's a crime. It's a problem everywhere right now, but yeah, it is a problem. It sucks. I wish it wasn't. What can you do, man? Cooper, we have this membership for 2 months. His gift snowcrawl credit. He's maximizing value for you. By answering me the same question where I answer no. Thank you for re-upping your membership. Okay. Highest Darkness says, I'm curious, how don't you have free time? Because there's people who have kids who work 80 hours a week and still find time to do things. How the fuck would I know? Am I those people? It's like, Phil, how can you explain something that's unexplainable because you're not those other people and know their entire life schedule? How the fuck would I know? I don't know what they're doing. Here's what I can tell you, all right? I get up in the morning, and immediately I'm off to the races. I'm getting ready for the day. I'm having breakfast. I'm feeding Jasper. I'm spending a little bit of time with my wife as we're both getting ready, usually for our work days. I have my coffee. I'm running up to the office. I'm setting up. I'm getting this stuff running here. Usually this is the time when I'm trying to read quickly through emails and answer emails and do things behind the scenes that I can do while I have a chance to do it. Okay? And then I'm off to the stream. And you guys know where I am all stream, right here. Right? With a 10 to 15 minute break. Okay, sometimes 20, 25 minutes, depending. And then I'm here again till 4 p.m. Then I'm uploading till like 4:30, 4:45. Then I'm either eating dinner or cooking dinner. I'm cleaning up. At most, between my streams ever, I have maybe 45 minutes to myself because there's so much other shit that I cram between there. Like I said, exercising, shaving, showering, doing all these other things. That's the little bit of time that I have between streams to do stuff like that. And then right back to stream again. And I'm streaming, from, I'm in this office between 6:15, 6:30. I'm misclicking here. Between 6:15, 6:30. All right. And, whoa, what did I just do? What the fuck just happened? What the hell? What happened to the webcam?
Guys, this is not me, a stuttering or whatever. This is how Phil's live webcam right now is going fucking like 1 frame or 2 frames a second. So I just want to let you know, it's not the fucking stream at mine's buffering or whatever. He broke something in his fucking end.
What the fuck? Oh God, okay, hold on. Hold on. Woo! Woo! Whoops. I clicked on a resolution the camera doesn't even do, and it caused the camera to completely glitch out on me. Yeah, that's what that was. It started doing like insanely low frame rate. I didn't want to do that. It was a complete accident. I was trying to turn off the white balance. There we go. Okay. So anyway, yeah. So I'm doing my second stream. I'm in here between 6:50 and 6:30. I'm in here till almost past 10 p.m. every night on that late stream because I'm streaming, then I'm uploading, I'm setting up the schedules, I'm doing the audio-only schedule, I'm updating Nightbot, I'm updating Twitter and posting it. I'm doing so much shit at the end of the night there, okay? And then after that, I have maybe a couple hours to go downstairs and spend with my wife. So literally in one day, the most of free time I have between the streams is 45 minutes, if that. Sometimes I get none. And then at night, maybe I get 1 to 2 hours to spend with my wife, okay? That's what I mean. So if you're asking me, oh, Phil, why don't you have free time? I don't know. Listen, that's my day. Every fucking day, that's my day. And I'm not complaining. It's a super busy life. I like my life. I like the time that I get to spend with my wife is meaningful. But what would you like me to tell you? How do I know that someone who has a family with kids... And
this motherfucker, what did I fucking complain about at the start of stream? Whenever we don't have the word meaningful on the bingo card, he'll say it. Whenever meaningful is never on the goddamn bingo card, he'll end up fucking saying it. And whenever we got fucking meaningful on the bingo card, this motherfucker refuses to say it. This, I swear it fucking happens every single time. People were fucking seeing me read about it earlier on, but I swear to fuck every time it fucking happens. This bastard, and as soon as I fucking removed the weather talk, he's been doing it as well. It was on there for one stream, for one card. I didn't bother to mention the fucking weather at all. And then I remove it straight away because I thought, okay, that was a dumb idea. And he fucking keeps mentioning fucking random weather shit now. And like turn the aircon on. I am so annoyed with this bastard.
Work 80 hours a week. By the way, no one fucking works 80 hours a week. If you believe that, you're an idiot. No one works 80 hours a week. How would they have a time for free time? I don't fucking know. Maybe they're robots. Maybe they sleep 1 hour a night, right? I don't know what to tell you. Hello, Jade. Good morning. How are you? Okay. Why am I so angry today? Oh, because I'm very upset about the world. I'm raging today. I'm not angry. I'm not. You would know if I'm angry. Trust me. You would know if I'm angry. I'm not angry. Sierra Mist, 7-Up, or Sprite? I think I like Sierra Mist the best out of all those. Was Dom Died the best for you in the U.S. or Alex Vi or John Choi? I don't know.
Money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money.
Thank you very much, Hawkswirlers, for the super chat. He said, sits watching Cat play Skyrim and Greedfall for hours on end on his days off, but has 0 times to do anything productive. Okay, sound good? Alright. Precisely. Now, Phil would say, oh, that's time for me, whatever, it's the only time I get to fucking just relax and hang out with my wife. He would argue those kind of semantics, but the fact of the matter is, this shit is important for his business and he refuses to take time for it to try and maximise and better and improve his business and potentially his finances. If I fucking had a day off from work, but I could do something to make myself financially better off, even if it was a day off from me, you can guarantee I'd probably try and do something about it to try and make myself a bit better off financially. Yeah, it was like fucking his YouTube channel and all that shit. As weird as it feels to actually receive things like contributions from you guys, and I like receiving contributions and all that shit, don't get me wrong. To me, it feels weird as well, because it's like, it's fucking, you know, I'm kind of, it's only me, and I've been doing this even before I got fucking anything for it, you know what I mean? Like, so, and it's just, it's one of those kind of weird things, but Phil is so greedy for money, and he's so desperate for money, and his fans are giving him some decent ideas and suggestions. And he's just like, this requires effort on my part, and I don't want to put effort, because it's easier for him just to take and take and take from fans the money that they're giving him. He doesn't want to give back. He doesn't want to fucking put in the effort himself. It's just far easier for him to just fucking have those fans empty their bullets for him every single fucking stream. I'm a lazy bastard as well. Give More Blood says I'm lazy. So am I. Join the fucking club, brother. He's a tea cake.
Really, I never saw them, like, they were playing at different times. For example, you know, Choi and Valle were playing in the 90s competitively. Did they play through the 2000s? Yes, but were they always active in the circuit? No. Damdai basically became competitively great in the late 2000s and the early formative years of, like, Street Fighter 4. And I guess he's consistently played since then. I haven't followed the community at all. What I can tell you is Damdai was fucking great. He was really incredibly good. Probably the highest level match of Super Turbo I ever played was against Damdai. We were playing in the qualifiers to get to Japan for Super Battle Opera in Tennessee. I was using DJ, he was using Ryu. And essentially it's a hard matchup for DJ because he has to maintain a charge. while Ryu can throw fireballs whenever he wants, okay? Dom Dai knows his shit. And basically the first match, okay, he was using these tricks to kick my ass. And then in the second, so it was best of 3, the second round, or the second match, excuse me, the second, you know, set of match here, I adapted to what he was doing, and the only way I could beat him was to literally react to every move he did perfectly. I had to be absolutely ready to counter every single move he did, because if I didn't counter every move, he would be in an advantageous position. I always had to maintain my charge. I always had to be ready to do the anti-air up kicks or do a max out from the perfect range to stuff his fireball or whatever it may be. It is very difficult. And I basically, I don't know. I basically played to the best I possibly could at that time in my life. This was about 10 years ago, okay? And I won. So it was, he won the first match. I had to possibly adapt as hard as I possibly could to beat him one match. All right? And then it was down to the final match, and I just couldn't do it. I ran out of that mental fortitude to be able to react to every single thing he did. I made mistakes, and I lost, and that was it. And the thing is, I know I could beat him, but it would take so much. It was so draining winning the one match against him because he was so on his fucking game that, like, I couldn't maintain it, you know?
The only time Phil made effort in his life was not worth it, so he never made effort again in his pathetic, miserable little existence. This was the one time Phil actually tried. And as much as he tried, and as good as he thought he was, it simply was not good enough. Those fucking 30 seconds or 60 seconds of playing a game intensely was just far too physically and mentally demanding for poor little Phil. And what did all that physical and mental exertion get him? Sweet fuck all. He just couldn't keep it up. That's what she said. So yeah, that's why Phil never tries anymore, guys, because he tried his hardest before in the past, and it got him fucking nowhere apart from 4th place one time at EVO. Well done, Phil. Put that in your fucking grave.
So he's, technically, that was the toughest match of any Super Turbo I'd ever fought in my life. So he's basically the toughest opponent I've ever faced in Super Turbo. Does that mean he's better than Valle and Choi? I have no idea. They'd have to fight each other, you know? I don't know. I can't answer those questions. But he's fucking crazy good. 61 second man tipped another $2. And he says, honest question, I highly doubt it, but you never know. For different ideas past gaming, like you said, would you ever do IRL streams like old school Ice Poseidon? I don't even know what that means. Well, I don't know what old school Ice Poseidon is. The only thing I know of Ice Poseidon is that he used to be streaming on Twitch. You guys always told me he did IRL streams and got into trouble. Like I remember once you guys told me you told me this live during my stream. I remember you said he was at an airport and he announced the airport he was at, and then people swatted the airport when he was there. And he got like banned from flying. He got put on the no-fly list or something. That's all I know about that guy. I don't know anything about him, but no, I have no interest in doing any IRL streams like that. Absolutely not. For good reason. Okay. Jeremy says, when I play Fighters History, pick Lee. He's the character that says that ding dong day or whatever it is when he does the Dragon Punch. Wait do we hear the sound effects of this game? The game is ridiculous. It's absolutely silly. Okay. I'm good, Jade. Thank you for asking. I'm good today. All right, guys, we still got some time for Q&A. If you guys want to tag me for a few more questions before we get into Stray. And by the way, Jasper will be joining us for Stray today. He's not in here right now, but once I'll take you into that brief break, and then we'll set up, and he'll come in here for the conclusion of Stray if he wants. Remember, he does what he wants. Sometimes he's in here, sometimes he's not. He'll make the decision. Oh, yeah? SC Charter says June the King actually has a really good Ice Poseidon documentary. Just saying, it's a React video we could do. I mean, you know what to do if you want to see my next React special event right there, man. Excuse me. Impoverished Baxter Investor says, did YouTube ever send out more information regarding further improvements to streaming, like gifting memberships to specific users, setting up a VIP system, or other ways of combating cloned accounts? No. In fact, YouTube has not even followed through on their promises of a whole year ago now, because it was about a year ago when they made the promise that they were going to improve their streaming significantly. And the promises they made were gifted memberships, and a few other things. But one of the things they promised was that they were going to give moderators better tools to moderate the streams. For example, the ability to see chat history of a chatter, the ability to IP ban a chatter so that they can't keep coming back and making clone accounts and shit. They've done none of that. Okay, the one thing they did do, and it just got implemented within the last couple of months, is, for example, like right now, Snow Carl just said something, and I can click on his name, and there's an option that says go to channel. I can click on that button. It'll take me to his channel, and taking a look at how long that channel has existed, I can determine if that is the real person or an impersonator. And I've been doing it recently with people like Derek, when people are coming in here and trying to impersonate Derek. It's like, oh, well, their YouTube channel's only existed for like a few days. Obviously, it's fake. It's not the real Derek who's had his channel for a bit. So then I banned them, you see? But outside of that, they haven't added...
Yeah. Money. Oh, money. Yeah. Money.
Thank you very much, Johnny Swigger, for a subscription to the channel. Much appreciated. I don't even know if they're here or not, you know what I mean? It could be just better so watching a video and hit subscribe, but if they're here, then fucking welcome to the stream, and thank you for subscribing. Much appreciated.
Anything significant for moderation at all. They should have. They promised they would, and they never did. What's funny is they just paid another group of streamers. Recently, in the last 1 to 2 months, they paid another group of streamers to come over here and stream exclusively on YouTube. Like, they're trying to buy market share, but they're still not adding any incentives, right? Like, what is the incentive to have someone come watch streams on YouTube versus Twitch? The chat's not as good, doesn't have as many features, it's harder to moderate. Like, there's a lot of shortcomings. So if they would work on those, then maybe there'd be more incentive to stream here, but they're just not doing it. It's like they really are dragging their feet. And it's frustrating. As someone here who now for over a year has been a full-time creator on YouTube and a streamer on YouTube, it's frustrating they still are not giving us the features that I had at the competitor, right? It is what it is. Okay. Oh, there's a super chat. Spontaneous one did a super chat. Did Kat see the new intro or remix? What does she think? I don't think she did, nor do I think she watches. I don't think she watches the pre-stream podcast. Excuse me. That's what I used to call it. I don't think she watches the Level 1 podcast anymore. I don't know if she ever watched it to begin with. She sometimes watches the gameplay portions of the streams. I don't think she watches the podcast. So I don't think she's ever seen the intro. No.
You never thought of fucking asking her and talking to her about it? No? It's funny, I'll share a wee thing. So, like, for the first time, like, since I've been doing these streams, right, my fiance has, like, no real fucking clue, as far as long, she doesn't fucking know what DSP is. And I'm pretty sure she doesn't actually know what DSP is, because she came in and seen DSP on the screen. And she's like, who's that? And my only answer was, oh, it's just some idiot. I was like, literally it's the first time she's like actually noticed, like, what the fuck I'm doing, like, in these fucking bingos, and she's seen fucking Phil's picky face, and she's like, oh, who the fuck's that? And I was like, oh, it's just some fucking idiot, and that was it. I was okay. Like, no more explanation required, just some fucking idiot. But, yeah, I mean, it's, why doesn't Phil just ask the love of his life, you know, his wife, his spouse, his partner, you know, from death till death to his partner, shit. Why not just talk to her about, hey, honey, did you manage to check out some of my content lately, you know, what do you think of it, you know, is there anything you think it could use or whatever? It's like, is there anything you'd like to see me talk about? He doesn't even fucking talk to her about this shit. Which is surprising. You think she would be like the fucking soundboard to Phil for some of his dumbass ideas or whatever. But no, it's just like, it's probably just like, yeah, whatever. I'm going to fucking work now. I'll be back late. Enjoy the fucking leftovers or, you know, from never day or whatever. Barrett Wells says, I explained to my girlfriend what a lolcow was, but I'm not dragging into... Yeah, he's like, I'm terrified of fucking trying to... I think the day will come when I'll have to fucking explain to my beloved fiancée what a lolcow is and what a DSP is, because she might wonder, she might have questions, I don't know. And it's like, I don't know, it's a deep and dark, dangerous rabbit, because you can't just say it's a DSP, some idiot on the internet, and it says dumb stuff. It's like, there's more to it than that. I'm playing a goddamn game of bingo with you guys right now, based on some of the stupid shit he says and does. That on its own is kind of like, why? People might ask why, and it's okay, it's probably this guy's been doing this shit for ages, and he says a bunch of dumb shit all the time, every day, and it's weird. I can't even explain why. It's my one question, I can't even fucking explain why. It's just, we found a way to deal with his boring shit. Bingo is a way of coping. So, there you go.
I know, I still call it the pre-stream podcast all the time. It's going to take a long time for this to sink in. I agree. SD Charger says YouTube has more lenient community guidelines than Twitch. It's a huge advantage. Yeah, it's called that YouTube actually has guidelines that they adhere to and follow. Twitch on the fly can just decide for some reason, oh, you did something to violate our guidelines, and we're either kicking you out of the partner program or completely suspending you or kicking you off the site just because we feel like it. They don't even have to justify their actions. They just do it. It's fucked up. Here on YouTube, they usually abide by their codes. and they'll have escalation processes and things. You know what I mean? Like, I'm sure there's some extreme cases where that's not the case. There always is. But for the most part, on YouTube, they're not stupid about it. They're, you know what I mean? They don't fall for dumb shit. High's Darkness, Fire Emblem Three Hopes was a consideration, but being that it's over a 40-hour game, being that we're already in the midst of a bunch of other lengthy playthroughs such as Final Fantasy VII and Fable, I really don't have any desire to play it right now, just being honest. And the funny part was, when it came out, unlike Fire Emblem Three Houses, where people were like angry that I didn't play it when it was new, and people asked constantly, will you play it, when will you play it? I haven't really gotten tons of requests for Three Hopes. I think that hardcore fans of the series like it, but I don't think that it's going to be something I'm going to probably be doing. Okay? Genesis Gaming re-upped his membership for 6 months. Thank you, Genesis Gaming, for the ongoing support at a super supporter level as well. He says, milestone with supporting you and milestone for me. I'm finally getting my hands on a PS5 bundle with Horizon Forbidden West. That's great news. Keep up the good work. Congrats. Some people are, yes, 2 years later, still attempting to get a PS5, and it's still difficult. You still can't just buy one, which is really fucking stupid when you think about it. Feltz, yes, I did actually see. So they're selling Stray merch. What they're selling is the harness that the cat wears. They're selling a harness like that for your real cat. And then they're also selling a backpack that you can wear, that your cat can sit in. It has a dome that the cat can see out while you're walking around. And also the top opens and the cat can, you know, be sticking out of the backpack as you walk around and transport it around. It's really cool, except it's like $140. It's a fucking backpack for $140. It's insanely overpriced. It's like insane over-the-top expensive. They're trying to make tons of profit on this thing. There's absolutely no way it's worth that.
Reminder, he charges his fans $50 to put on some gunner glasses, he charges his fans $100 just to put on a dumbass hat, and he charges his fans $150 to put on a stupid retarded vest. Reminder, what is the real waste of money here?
So, I mean, I liked it. I looked at it, I was like, oh, that's neat. I put Jasper in and walk around the house and have him in a backpack. That'd be neat, except that it's too expensive, so there's no way I'm even considering that. Oh, my goodness. One more question. We'll do one more, and then we'll end today's podcast. Snowcrawl, no, I don't even know what you're talking about. I don't even remember discussing Cooking with the King. I just don't. I don't. Like I think what we had said was, in the future, not now, but in the future, as I get older and I can't do full-time game streaming anymore because possibly I got carpal tunnel or my hand-eye coordination isn't as good, or it's just not healthy as I get older to sit here all day, every day. And what I said was perhaps I would start a series where I would live stream from my kitchen and attempt to do recipes. Now, obviously, I don't even have the means to do that right now, even if I wanted to, right? I don't have anything in effect that I would be able to do that. I don't have a way to, like you would say, oh, you could just stream from your phone. How can I cook and hold the fucking phone? Right? What are you talking about? No, it would be, I don't have the means to do that. Maybe in the long term, that's something that I could do for diversification purposes as I look to spread out my content and do different variety in the future, right? It would be Phil attempts to make different recipes and see how they turn out based on his own cooking skill, right? And I'm sure people would sit there and make fun of me and say that I'm terrible at cooking, because I am. Admittedly, it would be called Poorly Cooking with the King as I attempted. It would be a different premise. Instead of me making things that I made in the past and failing and looking stupid, it would be me attempting new recipes and failing and looking stupid. So, different show. There you go. Okay. Oh my goodness. All right, guys. Thank you for a great podcast. I hope you enjoyed this episode of the Level 1 podcast. And we covered a wide variety of topics, right? So thank you for that. I think it's time to end the show.
Anyway, guys, he's got a tripod. He uses fucking this show right here. He's staring at a tripod right now. Keep in mind, it's not just a fucking webcam sitting on top of a computer or some pish that's recording right now. He has got an actual tripod with a camcorder on it right now, or a webcam on it right now, recording him. He's using a tripod right in front of him, but he can't use that for fucking Poorly Cooking with the King.
A brief break for me to use the restroom. I'm also going to allow Jasper Kitty to join us here today for the show, because I want him to see the end of Stray, if he so chooses to stay in here. He might come in here and then run right back out. I don't know. Well, I definitely would like to have him in here and have the opportunity to join us for Stray, since it is the only video game about cats we've ever played, and go from there. All right, so thank you. Great show. Excellent, thanks. All right, that was a crappy ending. I gotta figure out a way to end the show better. We gotta get an end. You know what we gotta do? We gotta get an end crawl, an outro. An outro would be great. We need an outro for the show so that way it ends it.
Oh, he said in our bingo thing, but not, this game's still going, he said would be great. It's not an actual bingo really because, you know, there's no, the shocked hasn't been said yet. Hate to say it hasn't been said yet, sadly. But hey, we're still going, we're still playing until he hits record on the gameplay, guys.
You know, on a high official note rather than me flubbing it and sounding stupid. Anyway. There we go. Someone did a super chat in all kanji that I can't read. It says, can I sell on eBay? They're basically trying to troll me, so I'm just going to ignore it. But I appreciate the super chat. Okay. Alright, guys, so here's the deal. Let's take a very brief break. Alright, just a few minutes. I'm going to use the restroom. I'm going to open the door, let Jasper in here. And, we're going to go from there. Thank you guys very much. I appreciate it, and I hope to see you after a brief break. Cool. Membership. Oh.
Use the brake.
Jasper is going. All right, guys. Jasper is going crazy. He is running up and down the hallway right now. He is full of energy. My wife just went to work, so now he's like infused with energy. He's rolling around on carpets like a worm, rubbing his back. And he's flying up and down here, meowing as loud as he possibly can. Pretty silly. Oh, excuse me. Let me grab the controller. Oh, I'm sure he'll come in. I mean, he's so hyper right now. He's like I said, he's like bouncing off the walls. Here he comes. Oh my God, he just ran in. Did you hear him jingling? He's full of crazy cat energy today. He's feeling the cat vibes as he runs up and down. Pretty nuts. Okay, so a few quick things as we begin. Remember, guys, one great way that you can help out my streams is by liking the stream. Right now, we're at 75 likes, which is actually a great start. I aim for 100 every stream. We can get 100 likes on this. That'd be great. Maybe we'll get some more people coming in to check out Stray because I'll show up in related results or whatever. And of course, any way you can support the stream is greatly appreciated. Membership, gifting a membership, a super chat, a super sticker, a tip. You're aware that we have rewards in effect. At $50 raise Gunner glasses. At 100, you get to pick a hat. It sure would be great today to hit that 100 because we didn't hit it all yesterday, so we didn't get any hats or anything on the stream. It would be cool to get a silly hat for the conclusion of Stray. All right, pretty cool. And of course, last but not least, remember that tonight we're checking out multiverses on the late stream. Something different, something refreshing. I'm interested to see how the game plays, so. Oh, Game Help is available. That's nice. Thanks for telling me. Why did that pop up? 6 hours into the game, they're telling me there's Game Help available. That's weird. All right, here we go. Can we do something about the spam? Yeah, 672, stop right now. There you go, I did something about it. Okay, guys, you ready? All right, everyone.
He is playing gameplay, guys. That's in the bingo. We got 20 out of 25, which wasn't too bad. No Soundbox. It didn't say voted. It didn't say shocked, which shocks me. It didn't say hate to say, and it didn't say interactive. Or if it did say interactive or any of those other things, we missed it, but it's quite possible. Guys, keep in mind, I'm going to stop my stream very soon, but Profit is restreaming right now. The link's at the top of the... I've actually pinned the message. I assume Profit's still restreaming. I don't actually have any real way of knowing. I guess I can just actually leave this fucking stream right now since it's over and see if he is still fucking streaming. Yeah, he's where is he? Wait, hang on. Yeah, he's fucking right there. There's Profit streaming. Some people, guys. I'm going to end the stream as I usually end it. I'm going to play contributions by Pixar. I say it's by he made a video, Pixar, a contributions video. That's how I always end it, and that's how I'm going to end it. And I can't live redirect to Profit stream. I tried to set it up and it wouldn't let me. I don't know why. I don't know if it's just YouTube being YouTube or maybe it doesn't let you do it for every single stream. It's possibly a setting at Profit's end. I can do it for some people and it's also worked before, but it wouldn't let me do it for Profit stream. I don't know why. Sorry about that. But the link is in the pinned comment at the top of the chat if you want to visit Profit stream because he's still streaming DSP as well, playing Stray while he builds a computer. I'll be checking out once I'm done here for a little bit and yeah, guys, we'll end the video though. We'll end the stream, I say even, with contributions by Pixar Animations, Notorious P.I.G. Everyone fucking loves this tune. But guys, thank you very much for joining me, and I'll catch you all tomorrow for some more bingo, for a little Sunday evening chill bingo session. Hopefully we can get 25 out of 25 then. But yeah, guys, I'll probably catch you in Profit's chat at some point if you end up there. Thanks once again, and let's enjoy some contributions.
On September 14th, a pre-authorized payment of $16.51 from PayPal.
It would help if I didn't have it in 1.5 speed still, wouldn't it? I was wondering why that was going so fucking fast. Right. we'll fight. It's 1.25 speed. In a 1.25 version. We'll start again at normal speed. But guys, thank you once again. I'll catch you all tomorrow if you want to join us at Bingo. Have a great evening. And yeah, thanks once more, guys. And cheers for all the subscriptions, the super chats, and everything else. I greatly appreciate it. And catch us tomorrow. I'll see you in Profit Stream later on, hopefully. So, peace out, guys. Thanks again.
On September 14th, a pre-authorized payment of $16.51 from PayPal.
All right, Luna Mills has tipped me $1.30. It says, I'm back. What's your favorite type of shower? When you're showered in money. When you go outside, all of a sudden, greenbacks start falling from the sky. And you raise your face up, you're like, oh, you start dancing, you go, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. All right, I don't know what the hell you're talking about, but thank you for the first tip of the day. Money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, 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 yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. These contributions are mandatory. Money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, 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 yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. These contributions are mandatory. Show me the money.
Free.
Money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, 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 yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. These contributions are mandatory. And it's gone, just gone like that. In an instant, fucking gone.